Hello, welcome to Build Up to a Good Game on Hammers Chat, your one-stop shop for everything you need on a match day. Kick-off 1 hour and 5 minutes away as Aston Villa host West Ham United at Villa Park this afternoon. Gonzo, how are you feeling?
Oh, good. Ready. I'm ready for it, mate. Absolutely. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'm really relaxed, really confident. Just been watching the Norwich Leeds game, which is a bit of a joke, really. Two
What
really
is it? What's
bad
going on?
sides. It's 2-1 Leeds, but the both sides are just terrible. They're just a really, really bad game of football in terms of quality, which leads to an entertaining game of football sometimes. So the second half's been quite good to watch, but yeah, not great there. But anyway, West Ham, a bit of a nightmare for West Ham fans getting to Villa Park today with trains cancelled, trees on the railway tracks and everything and stuff like that. So the way end have had a bit of an issue getting up. So if you've got to Birmingham, congratulations, I think.
That's a shame. That is a shame.
Yeah. Anyway, Irish Tommy's bang on, though. Only question is Soufal or Johnson. That is the big question, though, isn't it? And just to reiterate for anyone that never seen a preview, who were you hoping to see?
Fredericks. I would like to see Johnson. I like to see Johnson. You have to send out the right signal. I've said this on many occasions. Look, I think Soufal's the better player at the moment. I really do. But you have to send out the right signal, which is playing well and keeping clean sheets. And lots of them will keep your place in the team. He's not 18, all right? He's 21, 22, something like that. He's a grown man. He's not, he's not a skinny little kid you've got to protect. Not fat. So, I think it sends out, if you put in mature performances, if you play in a mature fashion and you're playing well in a defence, in two separate defences, it has to have its reward. And I think the reward has to be Johnson starting.
Yeah, I would like to see Johnson as well. His shirt to keep, really. Soufal's got to try and win it back. And in order to win it back, I think Johnson needs to have at least one poor game in order to Soufal to get it. And it's not a bad thing having competition. And I agree with you. I think it sends a wrong message. If Soufal gets straight back in, you're practically saying, it doesn't matter how good you are, I will pick, not my favourites, but the other guys will just get straight back into the team. So I think I have an inkling.
How do you know? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I shan't tell you. But if Villa continue with a stupid back three system, I don't think they will. I think Villa will switch to 4 at the back today. But if they do switch to 3 at the back, it means Ben Johnson doesn't have an immediate opponent, really. On paper, he doesn't really have an immediate opponent. And actually, it might provide a good opportunity for him to sort of improve his attacking game, if you like. Because usually he's got someone there. He's got to keep an eye on a winger. But should Villa continue with their formation, Ben Johnson's almost got free reign down that right-hand side, as Creswell does down the left. And the boys in the middle for West Ham are the ones with the oppositions to look after and to deal with, kind of thing. But anyway, we'll find out. In case you're new to the build-up show, you don't know what's going on in a couple of minutes, the lineups will come out. We'll take a little look-see. Myself and Gonzo have got a favour to ask you in a few minutes' time. We'll also be putting a little bet together. We log on to Bet365, put a little bet together. Aim for about £100 winnings, £100 or more, and you can enter it for free in the live chat. And if it wins, we give one of you the money. And it's a very interactive show as well. So keep your comments coming into the live chat, especially later on once we've looked at the team lineups. It's all about the live chat. And then Charlie will be doing the watch along for the rest of the game. You don't need to go anywhere this afternoon. Hammers Chat here with you for the build up, the watch along during the game, and then the review after the game as well. We've got it all, Gonzo. We have got it all.
We've got everything. We've got everything. Apart from the result. We don't know the result yet, but we'll talk you through it. We'll nurse you through it. You can enjoy the victory with us. If it's going to be a victory, you might think it'll be a defeat. David Moyes is taking it seriously. I'll tell you that much, Geo.
And in case you weren't aware, West Ham United win today at Villa Park. They go equal on points to Manchester City, who currently sit 3rd in the Premier League. I know it's only 10 games in after today, but it's always like a mini achievement. Your season's made up of many losses or wins, really. I don't just mean game time, when you win the game and you lose the game, but you get little victories along the way. I think that would be something that you can, for the next week, you can think, bloody hell, we've come a long way here.
And the master of all football managers, Sir Alex Ferguson, who I know we both read his books, as you will know, he said, don't read anything into the table until everyone's played 10 games. And because you don't get a barometer, 10 games, everyone's played someone crap and someone good. And then you're starting to get a feel of where you are. Also, it's just over a quarter of the way through the season, so I do think it's a fair chunk where you can look at. Also, over the years, you've seen teams at the start of the season sort of flatter to deceive. You see teams right up at the top, and a couple of seasons ago, 2 or 3 seasons ago, remember Sheffield United were right near the top, right at the start. It just takes a little while for the cream to rise to the top, and then you can really see exactly where you are. So massive achievement if you can be joint third after a quarter of the Premier League, certainly.
Anyway, would you like to know the West Ham 11?
I would love to.
In goal for West Ham this afternoon is Lucas Fabianski, as always, with the same back four as last week, as Ben Johnson starts at right back ahead of Vladimir Coufal. Ogbonna partners Kurt Zuma at the back, with Aaron Caswell continuing left back. Midfield is made up of Declan Rice and Thomas Souček, with an attacking trio of Jared Bowen, Pablo Fornals and Said Benrahma, with the lone striker of Mikel Antonio. So Johnson keeps his place, Gonzo, but the rest of 10 sort of picked itself. However, I have to assume you're one happy hammer with that team.
This is our team, isn't it? This is what we wanted. So, yeah, you have to say that's really good. That's really, really good. It's exactly what we wanted. Testament to the squad rotation, I guess, to the fitness coaches and whatever, the masseuses or whatever, the dietitians and all that sort of stuff, that we're able to put our best team out consistently, really. And I guess we've had the answer there. I'm sure we'll have to bench in a minute, but we got the answer there in the Johnson one. There's a few answers there, isn't it? The Fabianski one, I think we both said as well as Areola played. Fabianski deserved that. He's kept 2 clean sheets. He deserves to be in goal there. Again, you can't talk about sending out the right messages with Johnson and not do the same with Fabianski. And the double back-to-back clean sheets gets you to keep your place, quite frankly. So I'm really, really happy with that team. That looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buzzing with it as well, to be honest with you. I do wonder if we had like a cup final today, would Coufal started? I've got an inkling he would have, but we don't. We're playing Aston Villa. David Moyes done the right thing by Ben Johnson and by Vladimir Coufal, I think. Strong 11. Most players are in form. The ones that are not in form are still playing well. They're just not playing amazing. Right, I'll rattle through the bench and take a look at the Villa team, because there's been a few changes for Aston Villa, which makes it slightly interesting. If you're a patron, you watch the Breakfast Show, though, you'll know exactly what changes have happened for the Aston Villa, because the rumours are true. Every single rumour from this morning regarding Aston Villa's players is true. But the West Ham bench is Areola, Diop, Dawson, Masuaku, Coufal, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Vlasic as well. But we're going to jump straight into the Aston Villa 11, because this is where the big talking points are. Maybe not so much as a West Ham fan, but you're a Villa fan or a neutral. This is where the talking points are. Emi Martinez is in goal despite returning to Argentina last week. He made it back in time and he's just gone back into training. He is starting to go. Villa are changing their formation. They've been playing with a back three recently. They're playing a back four today with a back four of Matty Cash at right back, Target at left back. Tyrone Mings is dropped with a centre-back pairing of Courtney House and Konsa. A midfield two of Nakamba and McGinn, as no Douglas Luiz for Aston Villa this afternoon. Ollie Watkins is a lone striker, as they have no Danny Ings. And then they've got 3 attacking midfielders of Liam Bailey on the right, Emi Buendia on the left, and Ramsey through the middle as well. Jacob Ramsey in the attacking midfield position for Aston Villa this evening. A lot of changes for Villa.
Yeah, Bailey in there as well. That's going to be interesting. I've always sort of liked him as a player, which will be I think probably my first. Well, it will be my first time seeing him play against West Ham, certainly. So that's going to be interesting. He's got to do something, but it does smack slightly of desperation. I have to say that, Geo. That's a lot of shuffling of the deck. It's changing players. It's changing formation. Clearly, he's hurriedly trying to find something that will work for Aston Villa. And it may work. Don't get me wrong. I think Watkins really good player. And as I've just spoken about Bailey, Buendia, McGinn, we've spoken about these. This is a team that has ability there and can get forward well. There's no doubt about that at all. But you can't keep rearranging stuff and it not have some impact in your organisation. And we will test that. West Ham will test a backline that is changing its personnel and changing its configuration. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that works out, actually.
Yeah, I think a couple of injuries. Danny Ings and Douglas Luiz are not on the bench, so they're injured. They're out of today's game. I think that does Dean Smith a massive favour, actually. I think sometimes managers can do with decisions being forced upon them. Like today, Norwich, Ben Gibson's suspended for Norwich today, so Daniel Farke has to try something. He's got to try something. So he's put a 19-year-old in at centre back. There you go. No, he's got no excuses. He's almost bulletproof a little bit. Well, I had a player suspended. So for Dean Smith, Ings is out, Douglas Luiz is out. It provides him with a really good opportunity to shuffle the deck, to drop one or two others as well, because he's been able to drop. If he made one change today and it was to take Mings out and put Bailey in, it'd be like, whoa, you've dropped Tyrone Mings, this is interesting, blah, blah, blah. And he'd almost have to justify it. But because there's injuries, he's switching to back four today. He gets away with it a little bit. He goes, well, I had to drop one centre back. Now he's actually dropped two because Tuanzebe is also on the bench, but just provides him the opportunity to drop Mings, who is the Villa captain. It's a big, big call for Dean Smith today.
Yeah.
I think it's the right one. As you know, don't think Mings has been in the best of form. I actually think this Villa team is better today than it was last week when they faced Arsenal. I think players are playing in the right positions for the start, whereas against Arsenal, people are shoehorned into positions. The formation's not great. I think actually this Villa team's better than what it would have been had all the players been fit, actually. A few dangerous players on there. That attacking midfielder trio, Buendia and Bailey in particular. I think Ramsey looks like a decent young player as well. Ollie Watkins up front. I think there's a lot of talent in this Villa team, actually. My confidence has somewhat come down a little bit since seeing that Villa team. I'm thinking, all right, it's a bit better than I thought. Interesting. It provides Moyes with a bit of not a dilemma, a curveball, because I'm sure Moyes would have been trying to wonder what Villa's going to do. I don't think he would have expected this much changes.
No, but West Ham have been playing at a higher standard than this anyway, regardless of what Aston Villa have done there. I mean, we've played and we've beaten better teams than this in recent times. That being said, we've lost, we've lost against Brentford as well. So it's going to be interesting, but I would hope that Moyes isn't overly concerned with this. I would imagine at the moment the West Ham dressing room is absolutely buzzing, regardless of this team. I wouldn't be surprised if in the West Ham dressing room the team sheets come in and they've said, yeah, right, whatever. I don't mean David Moyes, but the players. I bet they're all fired up and just ready to get out. It's what confidence does, and it's what the habit of winning does.
Anyway, how about going to Sir Dean Smith for dropping Mings? Bit of a preview joke. You kind of needed to watch the preview for the game. You wanted that one. Michael, thank you for the $5. It says super sticker. We can't see it using the platform we've seen.
I don't know.
Might be like a dancing avocado or something again.
Hopefully.
Yes. Gary saying we should beat these. I didn't say we'd get beat.
He didn't. Honestly, I can vouch for it. He didn't.
It's
he was slightly less confidence. His confidence has come down a level. That's what he says.
For context, I predicted 3-0 in the preview. I won't be going as high as that. That's all. I still think we're going to win. It's do you know me and you always say, like, if someone says something, you say, I think Bowen played well, and someone will say, oh, what about Ben Rama? Well, I want
to be. So you're saying Ben Rama's crap then? Yeah, absolutely.
So during the week, I put up a tweet, and I basically tried to. You only have so much character. So I said in the tweet something like, this isn't a dream. We are top of the Europa League. We're fourth in the league. We're in the quarterfinals. We're beating both Manchester clubs. Declan Rice is playing world class. Ben Johnson's really impressive, or something like that. Someone replied, why single out them two players? The whole team's playing fantastically well. I'm like, just
But they shouldn't even be on. Honestly, they shouldn't be on those platforms. If they're getting rattled, triggered, I think the word's triggered, I believe. If they're getting triggered by something as simple as that, I mean, it's absolutely. Can you imagine? Imagine sitting down with your dinner. Oh, chicken. I really love chicken. What? What about the beef? What about fish? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with vegetables?
I almost replied like, because they're from the academy, and I thought, I'm not going to bother. I'm just not going to bother. So I just left it. I thought, anyway, do I know the Villa bench? No, that makes too much difference. Let's have a little look. Tuanzebe is on the bench, as is Chukwuemeka, Davis, El Ghazi, Mings, Archer, Steer, another Ramsey, and Ashley Young. Ashley Young on the bench for Aston Villa today as well. I think they've got an all right bench, to be honest with you, Villa. I think it's decent enough. It's just like ours. I think ours is decent enough as well.
Ours is better than that.
You what?
Ours is better than that.
Yeah, I think so. But I think there's some good talent on the bench.
Oh, yeah, Archer in particular. He's very accurate, isn't he?
Not that Tyrone Mings. He's not very good.
No. Awful player. Terrible.
That Chukwuemeka is supposed to be like the next best thing. And
Is
he's a
he?
centre midfielder. He's supposed to be like going to the top. Very very highly rated youngster at Aston Villa. So when we do this preview in a few years' time, should Villa be back out of the Championship? I'm joking. But should we play Villa in a few years' time? I think he'll be starting for them. Simple as that. Peaky Blinder, yeah, good one. He's a Villa fan. Without Jack Grealish, if results aren't coming off, their defence needs to be stronger. It will be a good game, guys. Simple as that, really.
I mean, defence is going to be there. You know, look, regardless of, I mean, it's what you said, regardless of what you think about Mings. You know, I've always said the same thing about Mings. He's got leadership qualities. You know, he really has, and it's a hell of a thing to take someone vocal at your team. West Ham, we've got a lot of leaders, haven't we? We've got a lot of vocal players, a lot of players that can play as captain, a lot of experience there as well. And I don't know, I couldn't tell you how vocal the other players in Villa's team are, but that's going to be an interesting thing. And the defence, look, I'm not suggesting Villa don't have good attacking players. We've been playing good attacking players. Like the other day, I watched Son and Kane and Moura warm up, and I was watching Moura warming up. I was thinking, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. I mean, he just looked so electric. But you know what? He didn't manage to break through. The other day it was Kevin De Bruyne there, and then Foden was there, and they brought on Grealish and Jesus, and all of this stuff was going on. They didn't manage to break through. But the trick is, so they have good players, but we should be able to defend against good players. The trick is, can we, one of two things, can we break through? Can our attack, which obviously spearheaded by Antonio, break through their defence, or can they stop us getting corners, particularly with a reshuffled backline that they've got? Because it's one thing if you've been well drilled for months and months and months to defend your set pieces, particularly against a team like us, it's another entirely if you've had a week to work on it, because you're going to really struggle to defend corners against us if you've only had a week to work on it. Yeah,
do you know, by the way, speaking about defending stuff like that, corners and whatnot, do you know how many goals were scored from set pieces since the start of last season?
18.
21. 21 goals. That Antonio goal against Tottenham was our 21st goal from a set piece since the start of last season. Obviously more than anyone else in the Premier League as well. It's just interesting. There's a stat for you. Right, Gonzo, you've seen the starting 11s. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I can't sit here and pretend that I'm more concerned because Mings and Ings aren't in the team. As I can't. I've said it. I like Buendia. I like Watkins. I like Bailey. But do I think it looks more dangerous than before? I don't. I don't know. So my confidence level remains the same. I think I liked what David Moyes was saying about this. David Moyes said Villa are going to be really tough, really hard. Do not discount them playing really well today and being a very, very tough nut to crack. He said that some of their performances not yielded results. He said he believes in what Dean Smith had been saying. Obviously, I know you don't, Geo, but I believed in what Dean Smith had been saying about it was actually only the first half against Arsenal and stuff. Anyway, lots of mitigation, lots of excuses for Villa losing their last three. But I like the messaging of it, because if he's saying that to the press, he's saying it to the players. So the players will be confident, but I'm pretty sure they'll be focused. I'm pretty sure before they go out, Stuart Pearce and David Moyes will be saying, "Watch it. This team are going to start fast." So I just think I don't think we're going to take this lightly. We tend not to. I can't think of the last time. Even Brentford was crap, but we didn't take it lightly. I didn't feel that we didn't treat them with respect. I can't remember the last time we looked arrogant, like we should win. I've not seen it for ages at West Ham, actually.
Yeah, I think I'm still confident we're going to win. I think we'll win. I think it's going to be a tough game, though. I quite like Villa's team on paper in terms of personnel, but the fact is, arguably, when Dean Smith sort of wrote down his starting 11 at the start of the season, he would have had Mings and Tuanzebe as his centre-backs. Today he's playing Courtney House and Konsa as well. Now, I think Konsa's their best centre-back, actually, but it's not a good side either. McCann in the middle of the park as well. I think that's an opportunity for us to get at, because McGinn does like to drift forward. McGinn likes to get forward. when he does, he's Nakamba protecting the back four. I'm not sure he's that great. He's good enough. He's a good member to have around your team kind of thing. But I think that's an opportunity for us to exploit there. My worry, if you like, is that with Bailey and Buendia is probably in his best position now. He's not really been in his best position yet for Aston Villa. He keeps getting deployed in the middle. I don't think it works. It's a bit like the Saeed Ben Rama thing for us. I think it's too congested there. He's better out on the side. I think he'll be out on the left today up against Ben Johnson. So it's a tough game for Johnson. But the concern for Villa for me is that Bailey and Buendia both cut in. They both come inside, left-footed, right-footed on the opposite sides. I think we need to be a bit wary of that sometimes. Because I think if there's funnily enough, I think if there's a way to get at us, I think it's to do stuff like that. There's no use crossing it. We'll beat you in the air. Ollie Watkins and Ramsey in the box for headers will be all right against them as well. So cross the ball as much as you want today. We'll be okay. But long shots from distance, cutting inside and that, I think that's where Villa could hurt us. And that's my slight concern. But saying that, I'm still really confident. I seen a quote from Moyes before I came on here. Said something like, I want to play attacking and entertaining football. However, I still want to be defensively efficient. And I'm basically said, I'm not afraid to sit back when we need to. And he's doing both things at the minute. West Ham at the minute are doing both things. They play good football, get forward well. But when we need to, when we're up against backs against the wall kind of thing, we're bloody good at that as well. And a team that's good going forward and good defensively, it's hard. It's hard to play against. I think we'll see that today. Anyway, in the live chat, put your thoughts up. It can be about the West Ham team, it could be about the Villa team. Keep getting them into the live chat. We'll have a look at your saying. And meanwhile, myself and Gonzo going to put a little bet together. What are you fancying? I think we're both fancying West Ham win, and they're quite good odds. So I think we've got to put that in. Anyone you fancying for a goal or a yellow card?
Yeah, well, I fancy Antonio for a goal. I really do against a sort of whatever, really average. Well, not average, but newly organised defence, if you like. You know, a reshuffled pack. I think that's fair to say. I think it's might be quite high scoring. I don't doubt they can score. Just how you mentioned their midfield. How are they going to deal with Declan Rice, for instance? You know, getting the ball to out. You know, how they're going to be snapping at their heels. Fornals will be snapping at their heels all game long, and so will Bowen. I think we might well be attacking with a lot of pace here, actually. So I think it might be quite a high scoring game with lots of corners. So factor that in, my friend. Factor that in.
Right, I'll give you three players, and you've got to pick one of them to have a shot on target. Okay.
Yeah.
You can have Emi Buendia, Ollie Watkins, or Jared Bowen.
Buendia.
All right, we'll stick that in. Corners is always good, isn't it, for us? We're always good for some corners. Let's rack in some corners for West Ham as well. Let's give us 4 corners. We'll chuck in 4 corners for West Ham. And we need a player to get booked, I think, really.
Ollie Watkins for diving. Because he was divalicious last time we played. Let's be fair, it was dive-tastic.
It's a crap referee in charge today for cards, though. It's Chris Kavanagh. I think he's pretty poor.
So we need
unless you go a West Ham player, but I don't know who you want to go for. Creswell, he's due a booking up against Bailey.
I think you're right.
Right, well, let's put in Creswell. That's massive odds. We'll do 2 winners today because it's such big odds. Let me get rid of these things. £5 on, £250 back. So if this wins, 2 people will win 125 quid each. This is what we need to win the bet. We need West Ham to win the match, Michail Antonio to score a goal, West Ham to get 4 or more corners, Buendia to have a shot on target, and Aaron Creswell to get booked. To enter the little competition, please, in the live chat, enter the following phrase.
A Johnson's in the house. And you better spell it correctly. That's H-A-U-S-E.
It is.
Spell it correctly.
Right, we'll have a little look. David G. Hammer says Villa, not that big. Only 2 centre-backs. Corners could be important. I agree with that. I think we should be all right. We've got... it's Dean, an Aston Villa fan starting on Steve. Who's Steve? Go on, Steve. Have him.
Go on, Steve.
I normally like clicking on opposition fans' comments because usually they're quite respectful. They're usually like,
To
be
be
a tough
fair, let's
game.
be honest, that wasn't the easiest one to read, was he? He hadn't composed that particularly well. It wasn't an easy reader.
Jordan says that I'd be more worried if things was playing. Hopefully, we won't see the best of Bailey, who needs time to settle. And then we've got
Bailey's does need time to settle. Boom.
Rudy Allen.
He
says, hard not to be confident today. Ben Raman for now need good games. He fancies Lanzini to score.
Oh, very, very precise, Alan.
BDC says 2-1 West Ham, I'm hoping. But to be honest, the fact we have a game in hand, they're still in the top 4, I will take a draw. I would agree with that if it was match day 35. Do you know what I mean? But it's match day 10. It's not too big a thing today. Irish Tommy says we need to bring our shooting boots today. We need to improve our scoring rate from open play. I agree with that.
He's right. He's always right.
There you go.
That's the one. Johnson's in the house. I will even allow a Johnson's in the house. I won't mind that either. A DA, if you don't want to.
The live chat, the live chat's not cool enough for the da, are they?
Yeah, well, not everyone can be as cool as me, clearly.
Will said he wouldn't be disappointed with the draw today. Do you agree with that? Because I said this to you this morning, didn't I? I said to you, social media, a lot of West Ham fans on social media were okay with a point. And obviously they were saying, I want to win, I hope we win. But if we get a point, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I don't know where I sort of do. Actually, I don't know where that's coming from. I do. It's hard. We have a natural pessimism as West Ham fans. It seems a little bit too good to be true. Almost through in Europe. Quarterfinals of the cup, having beaten Man City on penalties, the West Ham itis starts to boil up, and you start thinking, I'll take a draw, because as I said to you in the Patreon breakfast show this morning, this is typically the game that West Ham lose, traditional West Ham, and I gave the example of the final season at Upton Park and Swansea. Swansea was the game, and then we got 4-1, I think it might have been, but so yeah, I do believe that. That we should win and we will win, and I wouldn't take a draw. But I understand the squeaky bum time with some people saying, no, we'll just take a draw on this one. And they're not a bad team, Villa. They're not a bad team. Their place in the table is not reflective. They're better. They're better than that. Yeah.
Carl says, Villa, to be quiet on the mark. I think Antonio will boss a back line, hold up play, Rice to score a screamer.
What's his picture? What was Carl's picture? You see it?
I don't know. No, I was reading the comment. I wonder what you were looking at, though. I could see you tilting your head and everything.
His avatar, yeah, it was a bit.
Irish Tommy says a point would be acceptable. Fraser says that he's confident about today. Antonio for a big game.
Yeah.
You can tell when you're reading the live chat, funnily enough, you can tell Antonio had a rest midweek, because sometimes if he plays the Europa League on the Sunday, people are a bit like, I hope Antonio just makes it through. But today they're all like, no, Antonio's going to get a goal today. He's going to do well. No, looking at a team, you can't be happy with the point. They're missing arguably 2 of their best players, and we have a full strength side.
I like that. Yeah, that would be the way. That would be my way of thinking.
This is me earlier, wasn't it? Christopher, West Ham finishing top 6 want a draw. Top 4 West Ham wants the win. I was saying this to Gonzo earlier. I want top 4 this season. I want 4th. 4th is up for grabs. 4th spot is up for grabs. Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. There's your top 3. 4th. I'm sorry, but you can't make it. You can argue about who you think will finish 4th, but I think I'd like to think we could make a really good case for West Ham being the 4th team in the Premier League. If we finish top of the Europa League group stage, we don't have to play European football till March. We don't have to worry about European football. Between now and then, we can establish ourselves. We can focus on the Premier League and get as much points on board as possible. I do think 4th is up for grabs. I want a win today. We need 6 points from 6 against Everton, Villa, Wolves. Those games are the ones that's going to decide you make it into the top 6 or not, as well as the...
Yeah, absolutely. And we did ever so well at those games last season, certainly. Carl has let us know the avatar. It's basically a family fist bump, basically. I didn't know what it was. Thank you, Carl.
Tony says, we'll not be happy with a point. This is a game we should win. Derek says, we will win today. It won't be a walkover, but we're hard to beat at the moment. 2-0 for him, for Niles and Antonio. Jamie said we've got Liverpool next, so we need a win. I think that's important as well. I do think it just takes the pressure off the Liverpool one. I know Brighton got the draw there kind of thing, but it is going to be a difficult game. And I think a win here makes a point next Sunday a really good result, actually.
You're right, but don't rule out the point this week and the win against Liverpool. In fact, I think for the last 3 seasons, there's been games when we should have beaten Liverpool and haven't. So I think that's where, but they can be more motivated because they didn't win against Brighton.
Chippy says Villa are not in form. We are winning even when playing poorly. He's got to expect a win. Completely agree with that.
Villa don't want this game. Yeah, but you heard it yesterday. Manchester United, that was perfect for them, wasn't it? Tottenham rocking up, playing like they do. He needed Ollie needed that. And sometimes there's a team that comes along at the right time. But we need this to get back on track. Villa will not want to have played West Ham today. They would have wanted to play Norwich today. Let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Harvey says we have to win. So dive in, Coach Dean is in more trouble. They are a bit divey, aren't they?
They are divey, and I didn't realise this. I did a video a little while back, and I was talking about people diving. It was Aston Villa had dived, and then I think on the same weekend, I think Mopai had taken a massive dive for Brighton. It's actually someone in the chat said, "Well, you do realise there's a link to all this, don't you?" And he pointed it out, so I didn't realise. Yeah, so I mean, it's clear, and I've looked at it now. And then since it was pointed out, and his time at Brentford, and a lot of players that have played under him as well, there was definitely an instruction. Dean Smith definitely sends his players out under instruction to dive, so we need to be a little bit careful with that.
Ben Ramos against his old boss today. I forgot about that. To be honest,
maybe he'll take a dive. Get one back on him. Oh, whoops, fell over. Banana skin.
I forgot Ben Ramos up against his old boss today, but I hope he doesn't think about that because against Brentford, Ben Ramos rubbish. It was almost like the whole ex-team thing going to his head a little bit. So I hope he doesn't think about the factors up against Dean Smith today. That's one player I think needs a big game for us today, Gonzo. I think Ben Rama just needs to provide a bit more. We need another Ben Rama special today where he is really creative, where he does get a goal or something. Because I think it's gone a bit stale over the last couple of weeks for Ben Rama, to be honest with you. I think he needs a bit of... I want to see some side magic.
Well, I think you've got it. I think he's going to be feeling like $1 million, actually, after the penalty. He was... it was such a good performance, and there was such good, obviously Areola and Dawson and Noble and Rice played a blind. Sorry, all these other players played really, really well. Sorry, Souček, I beg your pardon. But it's hard to say there was a main man. But the spotlight was on him at the end. The cameras are on him. He was celebrating with a crowd. Ben Rama was the main man at the end of that. He was. He got the ticker tape parade and all the rest of it, didn't he? So that's got to do him the world of good. So I think I would be surprised if he walks out the chest. He walks out of the chest. He walks out onto the pitch with his chest puffed out. That's what I'm looking to say.
Yeah, right. We've got a quick favour from you. We need a quick favour from you, myself and Gonzo. In the description below this video, there is a link to. It says Fantasy Football, massive capital letters, and there's a link. If you can click on that, download it, and sign up to it. We'd appreciate it massively. Best thing, Gonzo, it's completely free. And even better, you can win a bit of cash.
People are winning cash prizes on this. We're not just saying it. People are.
Well, let's put to the test, right? Hopefully there's at least one guy here, right? In the live chat, if you've downloaded the Ultimate Fantasy Fan Football app, the 6-a-side game, and you've won a little bit of money on it, it doesn't matter if it's a $5 or you've been one of the top winners of $1.5 every week, put in the live chat so you can sort of back us up a little bit. Because we've had some people in live chat when we talk about go, I want money on that. Fingers crossed. But anyway, yes, sorry, Gonzo.
Tumbleweed. But anyway, look, even if you don't win money, which people do, it's great fun. As Andy Walsh says, it's 5k a week in prizes. You don't have to have been there from the start. You get issued a pack. You open the pack. It's quite exciting. You put out a little 6-a-side team, and each week it refreshes itself. We've got a Hammers Chat League as well, by the way. Which even if you're not in with the Ultimate Fan prizes, the best Hammers Chatterer over the season, we will give a prize to. And as Patrick David says, where's he gone? Where's Patrick? I can't click on it quick. Yeah, Patrick Davis says 3 million Ugandan dollars in prize money, which, as you all know, is about tuppence. But no, you'd be doing West Ham a massive favour because basically they'll sponsor us and give us some money. So there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, you do us a favour. Get downloaded. It's completely free to download and to join up, and we get paid when people join up. No one joins up, we don't get paid. Simple as that, really. There you go. Someone's won some money on it. Happy days. Right. West Ham Isle of Man says, hoping for a win today. Lost his dad on Thursday. Oh, bless you.
Oh, sorry. Well, that's bloody horrible.
That's not. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. Sometimes you click on comments, you don't really read them. So I read the first sentence. I thought that'll do. And you click on it, you read it, you think, oh, get like a lump in your throat reading it, don't you?
No, commiserate. And you know what? Well done for jumping on the chat, and God bless you and your old man.
Galone says he's a Brummie Hammers fan. He has to win today. He from everybody, especially his brother-in-law.
Hey. I see.
We're playing in Birmingham, aren't we?
Of course. His brother-in-law is an Aston Villa fan.
Yes.
What he's saying. I get it. Sorry.
It took you a minute to work it out, but you got there in the end. Well done, Gonzo. Can I get your final thoughts, Gonzo?
I'm looking forward to the game. I feel more nervous after just participating in this build-up show. I hope you don't feel the same watching this. I hope we've not made you more nervous. I still feel very confident. I think we've got a hell of a team, a hell of a manager, hell of a bunch of fans. Hopefully they're able to to get into the game and get into the ground, because we also make a hell of a lot of noise. Let's not discount they're in a terrible run of form here. If we start well and we get an early goal and all our fans are in there, we'll make a lot of noise and that place will go silent. And if that happens, we could be on for a big win, certainly. I'm looking forward to it, Gio. I really am. And I think he's got options off the bench if it ain't working out as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm quite confident. I think there's there's more key players in this game for Villa than West Ham. I think we know what West Ham's going to provide today. I think we know what we're going to get, which is we're going to be hard to break down. We're probably going to keep a clean sheet. But we might also be a little bit light on the attack. We've not been the best team going forward. I hope today we see Ben Ram on the left and Fornals back in the middle. I don't like this Ben Ram in the middle thing. It worked for about one game and we were stuck with it. I don't like it. I want to see Fornals back into the number 10 role. Saeed Ben Rama back on the left, going one-on-one with Matty Cash and hopefully getting him a fight on Halloween Day here. I just want to see that. And I think this is why I think the key players are for Villa, really, where if their creative players turn up, they could give our defence something to worry about. But at the same time, their defence really need to turn up. Otherwise, they're going to provide us with shooting opportunities without us having to get any more creative than they have been recently. But I am really confident. We're scoring goals, not conceding goals, and that sort of leads to one thing, really. Did you give a final score prediction? You said 4-1 in the preview. You sticking with that?
I did say 4-1. I just need to deal with this quickly. This was a day, right? This was a day. I can't remember what it was, but I think everything happened. I can't remember. There was some boxing and we won at that. There was some cricket and we won at that. Jenson Button or something won the Grand Prix, and then West Ham played in this game. It was crazy. It was this crazy weekend of sport, and every result I felt, obviously not everybody wanted Jenson Button to win or the England cricket team to win or whatever, but every result of I remember this weekend. So, if you put a date in, I guarantee you England won the cricket that weekend. There was loads of stuff happening. It was absolutely brilliant. That was 4-1.
I'm going to stay. I said 3-0 in preview. I'm going to come down a little bit. I'm going to say Villa 0, West Ham 2. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm still confident. But anyway, myself and Gonzo are going to disappear. But don't need to go anywhere, because coming right up with the watch home, Mr. Charlie Walsh should be here through to the full-time whistle. Then at the full-time whistle, he'll disappear. Me and Gonzo will be back. Don't need to go anywhere. Here's Charlie Walsh.
Thank you, Geo. Thank you, Gonzo. Thank you once again to Stuart Morris, accountants. As a former accountant, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, maths is bad. Taxes are annoying. Get someone else to do it for you. I'm telling you that just trust me. When I was an accountant, I'll tell you this story. When I was an accountant, right, I tried to avoid doing as much work as possible because being an accountant is annoying. And so don't do it yourself. Get Stuart Morris to do it for you. Professional, corporate, business, personal, whatever you need, get him on it. Stuart Morris Accountants, a West Ham fan, hooked us up based in Ilford. Good people. Thank you very much for making this watch along possible. And thank you to everyone in the chat for coming along. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a big match. As we've been talking about in the build-up, game in hand, another opportunity to solidify our top 4 runs so far this season. Big times at Villa Park. Big times. And I'd like to start off by asking you all simply on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible. How confident are you of a West Ham result today? Charlie, give us a wave. Hello. You're right. How are you? Charlie's in the house. Thank you very much. Hello. Accounting may be annoying, but maths is good. Well, listen, I was good at maths. That's why I went into accountancy. And trust me, no, you know, 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths, all that good stuff. Mulch Mike, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. I'll tell you now, Mulch Mike, I forgot to download the thing, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I might be able to bring it up. Schizo, yo, Charlie, hope you're well. I'm feeling confident. Good to see you, Schizo. I'm all right, you know. I'm good. The thing is, I like the early kickoffs because I can do the watch along early and then we have the rest of the day to celebrate because we always win. But I like the later kickoffs because it means I can actually wake up and eat food first, which is what I've done today. So I'm actually all right today. Good times. Got a cold. That's going to come up, but you know, we move. Wally. Come on, Wally. Get in there, lad. Let's go. Phil Jones is here. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you're feeling groovy. Right, let's look at some of these numbers, shall we? Let's start from here. 11-7. Charlie, wake up. Rough. I did forget to unmute myself. Yeah. Hi, Charlie. Polo. We'll get to it. It's a jar. We'll get to it. Charlie, I just bought a car wash with money. You know any good accountants? Yes, Stuart Morris, bro. They'll do you good. I'll tell you what, they will do you good. 10, 8. Scroll. 8, 10, 7, 8, 5. It's just good. It's just too good to be true to keep winning. Patrick, not unfair. 7, Charlie, hello. Hello, Chelsea Entertainment. Hope you're well. 9, 6, banana skin match. 8, 7. Looking well. Thank you very much. Bags under my eyes, massive cold, but I am wearing a jumper. 7. That's pretty much as confident as get. Very true, Woody. Very true. It's dangerously confident from you. 8. Charlie, my best mate, bet on us as he's awful at betting now across. Yeah, that happens. It does happen. 7. Looking like a fashion boss. Thank you. I'm out here. I'm going to start some clothing lines today. I feel like, you know, I'm gonna set up a catwalk show. I've got no more jokes there. I don't even know if those were jokes to begin with. My confidence levels was 10, but gone down to an 8 with Buendia and Bailey on the flanks now. Villa switching to a back 4, close game to me, 2-1. Well, then if Charlie's confident, then we are confident in Charlie. We trust. Thank you very much, Stevie. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Mark, hang on. I was going to go into the lineups, but Charlie, as an accountant as well and a Chelsea fan, looking forward to West Ham Aston Villa. Mark, welcome for a start. Good to see you. Secondly, I'm sorry. Although, to be fair, October's not too much of a rough time for accountants in general. If this was like April, May, I'd be like, what are you doing on here? Just sleep because you got too much work on. But October's not too much of a bad time, but also sorry, you know. Hey, Ian down. And Apache Charlie Sky Sources claiming Charlie was poised to host Soccer Saturday from next. Listen. I could do it. Sky, come at me, you know. Right, so let's go through these lineups. If you haven't seen them already, let's go through them. I did set it up, but then I did change something last minute. So let's see if I press this button, will it work? Yes, come on, let's go. Fabianski in goal, Johnson, Zuma, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Rice checking the double pivot with Bowen, Fornells, Ben Rama, and Mikel Antonio ahead of him. The most expected lineup you're ever going to see. However, Ben Johnson does get to keep his place, which I think is really good. I'm really happy about that. The bench is Areola, Diop Dawson, Masuaku Kufal, Noble Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Vlasic. Aston Villa with a couple of changes in their lineup as such. They've changed to a back 4 for this game. They have Martinez, Cash, Concerthouse, and Target in the back 4. They have McGinn and Nakamba ahead of them with Ramsey, Buendia, and Leon Bailey behind Ollie Watkins. Their bench, Steer, Mings, Tuanzebe, Young, Chukwuemeka, I can never pronounce his name, but I'm just going to say that for now. The other Ramsey, El Ghazi, Archer, and Davis. Now, I'm really happy about Ben Johnson. How do we feel about Ben Johnson, Kufal situation, people? Was this the game for Kufal to come back in? Was this the game for Ben Johnson to carry on? I'll start while you lot get your stuff in the chat. I'm very, very happy. I can't lie to you. I am very, very happy. I really wanted to see Ben Johnson carry on. He's been in good form. And I think you should reward him as such. I think you should reward him. It's difficult because obviously when you've got such a good player like Kufal sat there waiting to come back on, even though he has been injured and everything else, and you know the performances he brings, you know how consistent he is, everything else, it's difficult to say actually Ben Johnson should carry on, right? But I think you have to reward how good his performances have been, and I'm very happy to see it because I just think I want to see him get as much game time as possible in his right position because I think that can only benefit him going forward. If we want him to continue playing, which I think we all do, then I'd say that. Chuck is a 9 confident. Chuck, good to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're all good. Hope you're. I mean, 9's very confident, so I'm loving that from you. I'm loving that. Just can't stop feeling that we're going to get spanked at some stage, old school hammer style. Listen, Robin, I think we will. Is today the day? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's one of those things where you look at Villa. I mean, when you're talking about my confidence levels, I'm around at 8 as well. They're in bad form. They've lost their last 3 games in a row, all being fairly poor. Like they've changed formation because it has been so poor. I don't know. Today's the day we'll get spanked. There's obviously spanking potential. You know, you're looking at, if I bring the teams up on the bottom, you're looking at Bay, who's quick. You're looking at Buendia and Watkins specifically, who are amazing talents. McGinn is unreal. You know, there's opportunity for them to score here, certainly. But I don't think a spanking is in the offing against Aston Villa. And this is when we do get spanked. The Villa fans cut this bit out and put it at the beginning, like I care. But, you know, it is what it is. Clips. Good to see you. Charlie, thanks for the video explaining the genius of Waterloo Road. You're welcome on the A Top Lads channel, which everyone should subscribe to. I'm now hooked. Listen, you can subscribe to it if you want, people. A Top Lad on YouTube is where I do very stupid things. But yeah, you know, listen, it's a banger. I was watching it again last night. I'm working my way through all 100 episodes again. I'm on like the end of series 3 now. You know, I'm having a good time. Jack's just come back. It's all very tense. I won't go into it. It's all very tense. Jack's just come back. Brett and Mika are getting back together. There's a lot going on. Liverpool next week, a win today makes defeat then easier to take. This is a great point, Woody. And we're talking about the idea of potential future spankings as such, which is a grand way of wording it. Liverpool is one you'd be looking at and being like, because they're in such good form. They really are. Like Liverpool right now are just, I know they got a 2-2 draw with Brighton yesterday. And the thing is, I really do like Brighton. But that front, like even then, 2-2, sometimes the way they were just pulling Brighton apart was mad. Like I would be concerned. However, of course, I think we're a very strong defensive side. And that's kind of the thing. We're such a strong defensive side that maybe, just maybe, and I know this is a wild thing to say, maybe we ain't going to get spanked at any time. Maybe there's just going to be no spankings in the offering. I don't know. Today is not that day. Today is not that day. I'm going to say it with my chest out, Skits. Today is not that day. No spankings today. Not from Villa, at least. Maybe, hey, look, we've got more potential to spank them than we ever them. I'm just saying, I'm putting out no spankings. No spankings. I think of the 3 games as well, they've played the back 3 so far in the Premier League this season. I think they've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1. So it's not even like, when they've played the back 4, they've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1. So it's not like we've got this horrendously good, they've changed to their best formation. Oh my God, it's all scary. No, like, I'm feeling it. We're 17 minutes away from kickoff, and I'd like to know where you're all coming from today. I'm coming from a chilly London, and that's why I've got the jumper on today, because it's a bit chilly. You know. I don't usually wear a jumper, as you know. And when I do, it's usually a hoodie. But no, today I've got a full-on jumper. I've rolled up the sleeves. You know, because you want the forearms out for mobility purposes. But I am wearing a jumper because it's quite chilly. So where are you watching from today? Let me know. It is, of course, on Sky Sports today. So I don't suspect we'll be in such wild locations as last time. But I would like to know where you're all at. Jordan Knight asks, is the baby bell ready? Jordan, I've got bad news. There's no baby bells, mate. There's no baby bells. I went to the shop yesterday specifically to buy baby bells. Look, I was going to get other things. You know, a Pepsi Max maybe. A meal deal maybe. Stuff like that. But I went there. Not a baby bell. Went to a second shop. No baby bells. No baby bells. Fuming. So we don't have any baby bells today. We are snackless. At half time, if I go pee, then maybe I'll try and have a gander at what is on offer in the house, so snack wise. But there's no snacks whatsoever. I ate an entire box of breadsticks. They're gone. I do have a cup of tea and a water, but apart from that, there are no snacks, which is actually I've just got considerably less confident. No, I'm still backing it. Liverpool 3-away 2-goal lead yesterday. Antonio will bully that Liverpool defense. Is he a beast when he's in? I don't disagree with that. But it's probably the game where we're most at danger of being pulled apart a little bit, you know. And I think City did do it to some extent. City did get close to doing it to some extent, but they weren't quite fully flowing. But there was a couple, and that was mainly because we stopped them. Don't get me wrong. That's not me saying City were bad. That's me saying we stopped them. But Liverpool are a level even higher than that at times of pulling people apart. And that counter-attack is so scary. It's so rapid. So I don't know. We'll see. When it comes to that game, we'll see. Today is about Villa. Today is about us doing Villa in, and then we can worry about that. We can worry about that after. Northeast London watching from Seattle, Chicago, Illinois. Shout out CM Punk. Every time I say that, it's what it reminds me of, or Colt Cabana. Chadwell Heath in Leighton Buzzard, Bedfordshire. What a name for a place, by the way. Leighton Buzzard. Just scenes, isn't it? Right. Stefan's watching from a drizzly Leeds, 3 a.m. right now in Australia. Larkin HD. Flipping heck, my friend. 3 a.m. Who are you, me? Who are you, me? I went to bed at 6 a.m. yesterday. Chafford 100. Is that a place, Gary? Chafford sounds like it could. If you said to me the word Chafford, I'd be like, yeah, that's somewhere in the sort of Midlands, probably. You know what I mean? It sounds like it, like Stafford, but it sounds like a sort of place we would call one of our towns. Windy Bournemouth, Hong Kong, says Oslander. Yo, scenes looking like Steve Jobs. Well, you know, it's not a polo neck. It's just very tight around the neck. You know, it's not a polo neck. No, it's just quite tight up there. And my head is very big, so getting it through there's an issue. Stroud, West London, Brisbane, Cleveland, Ohio, Craig Dawson's Mouth. Pards, I need you. Just maybe from the bench, you'll be able to get some tactical instruction. I don't know, but I'd be concerned. But still. Singapore, back home from Idaho today. Good. I'm glad you got back safe. I also did get back safe. Had to spend 2 weeks quarantined or whatever it is. I don't know the rules. I'm not planning on going away. I'm not looking them up, but I'm back from Idaho, so it's all good. I'm glad you got back safe as well. Romford, Prague, ASVWHU. Yo, welcome. I didn't even know that was a place. Like, I thought it might just be their team name. It must be a place, right? Most team names are places, but still. Brooklyn, Phuket. Fair place to the Aussies in chat. Jesus, yeah, I know, right? It's kind of insane to me. Windy Bournemouth, I can imagine. Manford, Notts, Lincolnshire. No Bibba, no party. I know, I'm concerned. Romford, Bournemouth. Should I have triple captain Antonio today? I think triple captain Antonio would have been a bold play, Ionix, but also one that could have played off. One that could have worked. We'll see. I got beer over baby Belgies. Listen, I don't drink alcohol, so I just have to, you know. What I'll say is this: if you have baby bells, make sure to consume them with endeavor. You know, consume them with the thought of us winning. Because we're gonna need. Because I ain't got one, so I'm gonna need you to do it for me. You know what I mean? Eat some proper cheese. No, I don't know. Cheese is overrated. Which is mad because I keep talking about baby bells, but cheese is overrated. Windy Devon, Denver. Colorado. Without baby bells, my confidence levels just dropped massively. I know the second I said it was a problem. No, born to get busy. No oranges either. I literally have, like, food is coming later. We've got a delivery of groceries coming later on, so there's minimal food in the house. So I'll try and have a look, but it's a problem. Bristol, love that. Shout out to Bristol. That was a terrible attempt at a Bristolian accent. And I'm never going to do it again because all I did was one word. And to be honest with you, it was bad. You're right, my lover. That's the stereotypical thing to say. Shout out Temple Meads, beautiful station. Snackless CW Compass number -3. I know. Maybe it was screwed. It's a problem. I just want to say that Pringles aren't crisps. They are crisps. They are 100% crisps. It's peeing me off. They just are crisps. Charlie, given the partnership between Dawson and Diop, have Zuma or Ogbonna to pick up and knock? Would you be tempted to swap them both? Good question, Woody. Would I be tempted? To some extent, I probably would be a little bit, but I think you would have to back Do you know what? I'd probably just put Diop straight in. Duma. I'm an idiot. I'd probably put Diop straight in, to be honest with you. I probably would. I feel like as much as it's the partnership thing is important, like you just said, and I think that's actually a really good point I hadn't thought about. I think I would want to reward Diop for his great form by putting him straight in and seeing what happened. Because, I mean, Diop next to either Ogbon or Zuma, I'm relatively confident. That's not to say I wouldn't be if Dawson wasn't coming in. Of course, I would be as well. If anything, I'd probably be slightly more confident. But I think you want to reward Diop's good games, and I think he has a long-term future where he needs to continue to get game time in order to fulfill his potential. So I'd probably just give it Diop. But then when we have the rotated squad, I'd be interested to see what would happen then. You know what I mean? I'd be interested to see what would happen then. Adam says he's not. I don't even support West Ham, but I have a bet on, so I'm here. Good to see you, Adam. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I should say to everyone, hello, everyone. Subscribe if you haven't already. Get involved. We do watch alongs every single match day. I am here live from half an hour before kickoff, all the way through until full time. Geo Gonzo do the build up half an hour before that as well. And then, of course, we have our live review with Geo Gonzo straight after. So if you haven't already, subscribe because we do match content every single match day without fail. Even when I'm really ill and I've had no sleep, I've been here. That's the levels I'm at. That's the levels we're at here, right? We do it all. So make sure to come back, hit that bell icon, all that other good stuff. And then, hey, like the video if you're new around here as well. Or if you're enjoying it. Why not? Why not? And remember, patreon.com/chat is the thing you should look at. But if you are going to do it tomorrow. Because you get charged when you first join and then at the beginning of the month. So if you join today, it's the worst time for you to do it because you'll get charged today and tomorrow. Join tomorrow. But hey, have a gander if you want to. Link in the description below. Link in the description below. We are 9 minutes away from kickoff at Villa Park. And I'll tell you what. Let's do some sub bingo, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Sub bingo, of course, is the game where David Moyes, we predict when David Moyes will make his first substitution. It started when David Moyes never made any substitutions. And then he started actually doing that. So it's a bit more spicy now. What minute will David Moyes make his first substitution? I will bring on the bench so you can see it at the bottom of the screen just there. You don't have to say who's coming on for who, just the minutes. That's what counts. But I will say, I'm going to say 69 minutes as per usual. You know how we rock. 69 minutes, and I'll bring on I'll tell you what, Vlasic for Ben Rama is what I'll say. 69 minutes. There will be links in the Discord, of course, if you're looking for a way to watch the game. If you're not in the UK or whatever, it is on Sky Sports in the UK, and I think it was the Peacock streaming app in the US. I don't know. You'd have to correct me, American people. I'm back from Idaho now, so I don't know. But if you're looking for a link in the Discord, in the description below where it says join our Discord, there will be a link for the game. Hang on. Let's see if I can do this, right? Mulch, I don't know if you're still here. If you are, I'm going to try a little something. Can I just play it straight from Twitter? Can I just, let's have a gander, shall we? If I go like this, right? If I do this, it'll probably look a bit dodgy. But if I do this, right? So if we go here, you press this button. I go like this. Oh, I can. So remember, if you're looking for links today, if you can't find the game, make sure to check out the link in the description which says join our Discord. Have a click on that. Scroll down on the left-hand side, and there is a bit which says stream links. Click on that, and that's where you're at. That's where you'll be finding it. Thank you very much to Mulchmite for making that, by the way. I will have a more impressive way of showing it. Right now, that's the most dodgy way I could have done it. That's because I forgot to download it. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. The Chelsea counter fan here. Good to see you. Looking forward to the match. Good audience. 400. Yeah, thank you very. Yeah, listen. Last time we had an insane amount of people, and this is the big numbers we get now. Thank you very much, everyone. Genuinely appreciate it. Can you please say hi, Oliver? Says Nikki. Hi, Oliver. You all right? Of course, I can. Shout out Oliver. Big ups, Oliver. Everyone's big ups, Oliver in the chat. Right. Let's have a look at some of these. Sub bingo, shall we? Let's scroll up to the top. How many likes are we going to go for, Chuck? That's a great shout. Last time we got an insane. I think we ended the stream at about 727 likes, which we're not going to match today because that's pure chaos. I don't think like that was just madness. Getting 720 something again would be nuts. But I tell you what, if we were to get, what was our record before? Our record before was in the sort of the 300 range. If we were to smack 300, I think that's respectable. We're currently at 182, so we're not that far. We're not. That's not an impossible target. 350 is the dream. 300 is the goal. You know what I'm saying? Have a gander. Have a gander. Have a gander. I say it too often, but have a gander. Let's have a look at some bingo, shall we? 64, 81, 67, 83, 67. A couple of 67s. 72, I reckon 78, 65. Fourth minute, Fabianski for Dawson. Mr. Pardew just thinks on a different plane to the rest of us. You know what I mean? Just a different world. Just out here. Just changing the tactical scene. Like Bielsa. You know? A forerunner in tactical nows. I'd love to see it purely just because of the chaos of it all. 74, 71, 72. No sub, says Edge. Disgracefully, that might be accurate, to be fair, sometimes. I can't lie to you. 71, tonight's fight is staying awake. I wish I lived in the UK. Yeah, I know what you mean. When I watch, the worst ones for me, I can stay up late for stuff, but when I watch Japanese wrestling, which is on at like 7 a.m. here, that's a problem for me because I have to either stay up or wake up, and either way, it's a problem for me. So I understand. I truly understand your plight. 71, 76, says Nikki. Lanzini, 71, and he'll score. Love that. Big confidence from Woody. 76, 75. Afternoon. A win would be nice. Afternoon, Jeff. Hope you're well. A win would very much be nice. 1919 Discord members all enjoying free links to games. It's just what happens. It's just what happens in the link in the description below. You know, in the link in the description below. Just all enjoying it. Nothing on Peacock, sadly. I couldn't remember. Maybe it was the Paramount. I can't remember which one it is. It's one of them somewhere. On NBC in the US. There you go. Thank you, Cody. NBC app. There we go. That's the way to them. So, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Appreciate it. There we go. So we are 3 and a bit minutes away from kickoff now, ladies and gentlemen. And what I would say to you is that make sure to come back at halftime. If you're only here for the build-up, love you lots. See you hopefully at halftime. If you want to skip none of that normal blah blahs from people who don't know about West Ham. If you want to actually talk about, well, I would say come back and listen to me. I don't know much, but Gio will be here and he knows significantly more than me. So come back halftime, listen to our halftime interactions instead. And then, of course, remember at full time to come back because I'll be spamming the link in the chat for the review. You don't even have to do anything. You don't have to make it as easy as possible for you. So you can then go off and enjoy the review as well. So, but thank you very much for coming. If you're heading off for the match itself, because of course it does kick off in just a couple of minutes, I very much appreciate you for coming. In general, there you go. See you at halftime. Remember to Lanzini score. I'm deepsing it. If it happens, you're going to get a very large shout out. It's going to be a very large shout out indeed. I'm Tottenham. Can I watch it? Of course you can, David. Look, fans of all clubs are welcome both in the chat and also in the Discord. We even have a system in the Discord where you can say which team you support because we don't just think it's going to be just West Ham fans only. So you certainly have the option to get involved. And as long as no one's causing any trouble, we're completely and utterly calm with it. We're completely and utterly calm with you getting on it, doing whatever you want. You know, doing whatever you want. Just as long as you're not screaming and causing issues for us. Just as long as you're not screaming and causing issues for us. So I try to just delete things. Get out. Get out of my life. Rob, I've accidentally blocked you there, my friend. I apologize, Rob. You will be able to comment again in 5 minutes. I apologize. I did not mean to block you, Rob. That was a mistake on my behalf. If I could fix it, I would, but I can't. I'm sorry. You'll be back in 5. Thankfully, I only timed you out and not otherwise. We're in a third kit today. Lots of people talking about that black kit. We're in that third kit today, which, to be honest with you, I mean, I think it's less of black and more dark blue. And I saw, where was it? I saw someone comment in the live chat. Let me just have a little scroll up to try and find it. There we go. Mulchmite was asking. I think it's paying. It's so good in it. Just the really sort of dark blue with the accents here and here. Oh, it's good. It's good. I love it. Justice for Rob again. I'm sorry, Dover. You're 100% correct. I'm sorry. Free. Get your hashtag free Robs in the chat, please. Get your hashtag free Robs in there. Justice for Robs. Yeah, it's a problem on it. Minute silence for Rob. See, this is what I was trying to do. I was trying to block people coming in here spamming bad chicks. Yeah. Get your 3 Robs in there because obviously, look, it wasn't a political statement on. No, I've screwed it up. I've screwed the pooch here. Once again, if you're looking for the lineups and you don't know them, I'll read them off right now. It is Mikel Antonio up front. I don't know why I led with him. We'll go back to the defense now. Fabianski in goal. Johnson, Zuma, Diop. Johnson, Zuma, Ogbonna, and Cresswell in defense. Rice, Souček, Bowen, Fornals, Benrahma behind Mikel Antonio. Johnson continuing his form, continuing his starts. Villa lineup as such: Martinez, Cash, Concert House, Target, McGinn, Nakamba, Ramsey, Buendia, Watkins, Leon Bailey. There we go. Free up my man Rob. He did nothing. I know. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. I've robbed Rob. I've gone robbed Rob. Feel horrendous about it. I don't hate cheese. I just think it's overrated. Lucas, my boy. How are you, my friend? I'm not bad. How are you? I'm feeling some confidence right now. Feeling some kind of confident, apart from the fact I did ban Rob. I'm pulling up Now TV. I also need to pull up the timer, which looks a bit dodgy. It always does this. It changes just randomly, and I have to go fix it. Let me fix that. There we go. We are observing a minute's silence, of course, which, for the sake of the stream, I won't be getting involved with. But obviously, full respects and all of that good stuff. Kickoff may be about to happen for you on my screen. We're observing the silence as we talk. And remember, you'll be able to see the timer in the top hand corner to see just how far behind you I am, which could be significantly. We'll see what happens. My stream today even further behind than usual, which is good to see. So I'll watch it on the Now TV app on my phone. That's how we're going to be watching it. So we are about to kick off. The teams take the knee before kickoff. And live from Villa Park, it is West Ham United versus Aston Villa. We are underway. Instantaneous. Villa looking to ping it out wide, let out by Aaron Cresswell. There we go. We are underway here at Villa Park. Big dubs incoming for the boys is how I'm going to say it. Is how I'm going to definitely manifest that into existing. Definitely going to manifest that one into existing. I don't know. There's a lot of confidence from me today. There is a lot of confidence. Don't worry, Rob. Craig Dawson will rescue you. I hope he does. Because I've screwed that one. I've well and truly screwed that pooch. Disgracefully so, if we're being honest about it. Disgracefully so. I'm just waiting to see Rob's name in the chat. I hope Rob doesn't. Rob, I'm sorry. I hope you don't leave. I'm sorry, Rob. Defenders, Lincolnshire. Hi, Charlie, common new eyes. Leon, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're well. That was I clapped my hand in a weird way. I meant to do that. There we go. I hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Hope the Fenlands are doing bits today. You know? Hope you're doing bits in the Fenlands today. Looking for something slightly sooner while I go through. Just 1 minute after us. Ooh, love that. Shot from Benrahma. High and wide. Sighter. A cheeky sighter from Benrahma there. A cheeky sighter. Just having a little gander. Just having a little perspective shot. That's fine with me. You have to take shots to score, you know? So you can't always be instantaneous. You have to take shots to score. Peach, my boy. How are you, my friend? How are you, my bro? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope things are going well for you right now. I think, do you know what? I think that changed to their back four. As poor as Aston Villa have been in recent weeks, and they've been playing this back three. It hasn't just been because of the back three; they've been poor before that as well. But obviously, the last couple of weeks they've played this back three, and they've been losing pretty consistently. And as much as they have done that, I do think that change to a back four might suit us just a little bit more. That's going to have them come out of their shell a little bit, be a bit more attacking, step to us a little bit more. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of okay with them doing that. Because to be real, trying to get through a 4 is easier than trying to get through 5. You know, you're especially when we have like people like Ben Rama coming in, we have people like Bowen coming from the inside. They want to get into that area. You know, we can have Johnson, Cresswell, people like that getting crosses in. We can do that, but in reality, we have those people coming in, sort of trying to make issues for their centre backs. And so, if there's only 2 of them compared to if there's 3 of them, I think that suits us a little bit. As much as it is changing it up because they have been pouring that 4 and the 3/5 at the back. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I do think that will suit us a little bit, but we'll see how it plays out. Konsa and Fornals going at it there. Konsa winning the free kick. I'll say this. I am similar to Geo. I think Konsa's a better defender than Mings. I think Konsa's underrated by quite a significant distance. I was surprised Konsa didn't get a call up as a head, as opposed to Tyrone Mings. I think he's really good. So I see him there, and I'm like, he's a big boy. I just wanted to give him the shout out because we're about to wreck him, Reykjavik, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? What's first, Rob or sub? I think it might be a sub. I think I've annoyed Rob too much. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Rob. I'm sorry. I genuinely do feel quite bad, though. It's the problem. Subscribe to West Ham Random if you haven't already. Peach puts more effort into his videos than basically anyone else. Man does like 4 streams a day at times. He's doing like 3 streams a day off the bat, 2 hours each, going about his business. But he just does bits. He does more. He puts more effort in than we do. I'll tell you that much for a fact. I get 20 grand returns off West Ham. I put 600. You bet £650 on West Ham. Nuts. HMS Pistol League has arrived at Villa Park. Just sail back down a river. There must be rivers. There's rivers in Birmingham. There's canals in Birmingham. Maybe it's a canal boat. I've been down a canal in Birmingham, not on a boat, walked by the side of it. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe it's a cheeky canal boat. Sailing down 2 miles an hour. You know. I've just also remembered it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. That's something I remembered. Ollie just said my Halloween, but okay. I forgot Halloween existed. Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween. Maybe try next game Leon Bailey and Cameron Archer to play forward, but maybe Villa 2 will win. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Hopefully not, of course. There's no Robbie anymore. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. West Ham are getting numbers forward early doors and getting close to each other as well. You're seeing Antonio Fornals, Ben Rama, and Souček, who's getting forward. Bowen's sort of keeping the width, holding the width, but Souček was getting forward into those nice pockets, which was good to see. Pinged forward to the left-hand side, looking for Ben Rama. Can't quite find him, although he collects it. He lets it go out for a throw-in. Obviously, I thought he was going to collect it and do something with it, but instead he kept cool. But that's fine. Yeah, it's good to see the people. We're getting into lots of pockets here, and we're getting a lot of numbers forward. Sometimes you don't get. Sometimes the numbers forward we get, but they're spread out. They're sporadic. This time they're getting good. And Rice changes through the gears here, takes it past the Villa midfielder, plays it out to Ben Johnson on the right. Ben Johnson controls it. He's kept it from Soufal. He hits it. Ben Johnson. It's Aston Villa 0, West Ham United 1, and Ben Johnson. My God, man. What a goal. Declan Rice collects it on the halfway line, takes it past the Villa midfielder, plays a really nice ball out, a nice just chipped ball, lofted ball to Johnson, and collects it on the right, cuts inside, and then with his weak foot, absolutely pile drives it from the edge of the area into the bottom left-hand corner. Ben Johnson. Holy, when did he learn to do that? That's mad. He takes on Target, the left back, cuts inside onto his weaker foot, and again, Target's probably happy with that. That's probably what Target wants him to do. He doesn't want Johnson to take it onto his right foot and cross it in, because that's sort of what our right backs tend to do. And he's absolutely pile drove that into the box. That is Ben Johnson. Ben flipping Johnson. What a goal. My God. Left-footed. An absolute thunder strike. My God. I think it was meant for Antonio, but it shows why he keeps his place. Maybe. I'd have to have a double look at it and maybe look at it through that lens. But my God. My God, Ben Johnson. It's Aston Villa 0, West Ham United 1, people. It's Aston Villa 0, West Ham United 1. Bloody hell. It's some Reece James-esque shooting there from Ben. Some Reece James-esque shooting. Reece James, of course, scored twice yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was. Good to look. I think we need to start sort of lively at least. Villa have changed up their side. They're probably going to have some sort of confidence. But good to see us getting in on the action early, putting it on them early, giving them problems, giving them issues, giving them something to think about. You know, giving them something to think about. We'll just leave it a second. My God. I'm not over that. I want to relook at it through the lens of what Mulch was saying about potentially it being for Antonio. I want to relook at a replay of it and see where Antonio was and just sort of see what was the vibe was there. But to me, it looked like a shot just because of how much he flipping hit it. He hit it with such venom, with such swaz. You know, he really hit it. He really gave it some welly. Johnson Alder. Yeah, I'll take that. Johnsondinho. I'm trying to think what the best one would be, but we'll just stick with Johnson Alder for this point because it's like Ronaldo. We'll stick with that for a while. West Ham could win the double and get fourth. Imagine that. Arsenal for life. You're getting me giddy, sir. You were getting me giddy. Crazy Cam. Good to see you, my friend. Sorry I'm late. I've been a bit busy. Gary finished from Jono. That it was man. I'm not over it. I want to re-see. I want to re-see the replay. Rerun it. Rewind the 10. Come on, rerun it. Let's go. You know what I mean? Get it going. Come on. Once again with feeling, with emotion. Drinking my cold ass cup of tea, which I made almost an hour ago at this point. He's back. Rob. I'm sorry, Rob. Forgive me. I didn't mean to. I was trying to get rid of spam and I accidentally clicked your name. Rob, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. 1-0 to the Cockney boys indeed. I'm so sorry, Rob. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Hashtag free Rob has happened. I'm sorry, Rob. Sorry. Now just park the bus and get Sam Allardyce. Yeah. Villa have a corner out on the left-hand side, trying to get it past Bowen. Couldn't quite do it. Antonio was at the back post and made a run forward when Johnson took the shot. Johnson hit it with the inside of his foot, making it look more like a pass. That's fair. We'll definitely have a gander. Praise Rob. Yes. The return of the legend. I like that. Return of the Rob. Here I am. That was Return of the Mac. That's what that was, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll eat a baby bell and call me Brittany. It's the caught you slipping. Sad news, madman. I have no baby bells. I'm stressed, but working, you know. The hashtag and he went trending on Twitter. Yeah. There we go. Well, eat a baby bell and call me Brittany. It's Tremendous Charlie. It's in the immortal words of Britney Spears. It's Britney Titch. You know what I mean? Thank you very much for coming. Yeah, there's no baby boss. I'm stressed. So you checking Watkins just clashing there. Nothing malice in it. It's Leon Bailey's down. Was it Bailey he hit? I thought it was Watkins. Maybe it was Bailey. But he's down and he looks in pain. I didn't think there was no what do you call it? There's no malice in it. There was nothing there. It wasn't a difficult one. It was just a weird collision and he's still down, holding his legs. Scott is next to me in the pub. Ah, okay. Well then say Scott. You're right, mate. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Love the fact they have fake Aaron Ramsey. Big plays from that. I say that now he will score, but fake Aaron Ramsey. Let's have a look at this clash again. Oh, it was Watkins and Bowen who went down. Oh, and Bay goes down behind him with Souček, I think. I think that's what happened. So the collision I was looking at was the one that happened. But it looks like Bailey. I keep saying Bay. It's not that one. It's Bailey. I think Bailey, turned his ankle. That's what Arthur's saying as well. Yeah. Look, if you're a Villa fan, when it rains, it pours. You've gone 1-0 down to an absolute thunder titch. You've got a thunder tastard. Then you've got an injury to a guy who just turned his ankle, and having to take him off one of your big signings, who's come in today specifically with the formation change. I mean, look, they're having a rotten time with Villa. They're having a rotten time, and you have to feel a bit bad for it. Scott B and Mr. Pardew, Ashley Old is coming on. Good work, all. Good work. Big plays, big moves. Yes, and Ashley Young makes his way onto the pitch. Ashley Young still going somehow. Still going. Played into the box from Villa corner, from a Villa free kick. Can't quite get there. Number 31 hits it straight into the hands of Fabianski, who collects it. Plays it out very quickly. Said Benrahma on the ball. Whoever's defending that does well, but Said Benrahma shakes him off with strength. On the left-hand side, tries to put it into the back post. Can't quite find it. Antonio's there. His awkward control happens. Ben Johnson takes it on. That's fine. He's going to accurately shoot. Hits it in. Oh, it's close. Bowen hits it off the line. Bowen. Oh, that was so close. So close. 8 different chances in a row. Ben Johnson collected it on the right-hand side off of Mikel Antonio. Plays it in. The initial deflection. Fornals tries to get it. It bounces off Villa defenders. It comes back to Bowen, who hits it. Again, blocked by the Villa defender. Hits it another time. Again, off the Villa defender. I think it was Matt Target who got all those blocks. I'm not 1,000% certain who it was, but whoever did it, fair play. And we're just seeing a replay of the Villa shot on the other end, straight into the hands of Fabianski. But the corner's taken short and quickly. Fornals looking for the back stick. Can't quite find it. I feel like we're taking these short corners. It's wasted. It's gone out to Bowen on the right-hand side. We'll talk about that after. By the corner flag on the right-hand side. Puts it in. Look at the back post. There's a good ball. Souček's there. Into the hands of Emi Martinez. Bowen on the right-hand side collected the ball, cut in onto his stronger foot, just whipped in a very good ball, to be fair, to pick out Bowen at not to pick out Bowen, to pick out Souček at the back post. Couldn't quite get enough power on it or angle on it, but it was decent opportunity nevertheless. I tell you what, they should be sent to the cooler. Come on, mate. Yes. Big plays. I'm just going to start calling it that, and no one else is going to get the reference. No one else is going to get the reference. Jack sent your ass to the cooler, fam. Get in there. Yeah. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Might be Matty Cash who made those blocks, to be fair. Now I'll look at it. Cash is forward on the right-hand side, tries to whip in a ball to the back post. No one there for Villa. And Bowen happy to watch that one go out for a throw into West Ham United. There was a comment in the middle of all that I wanted to see, but I can't find it. Am I using StreamYard? Yes, I am, Sam. I'm using a mixture of StreamYard, and then for the webcam, I'm using OBS, which means I can do stuff like timers animation. I can do loads of different things. So that's OBS, but I'm using StreamYard to actually stream it out into the world. Because we do a show before this, which is easier done on StreamYard than anything else, and then I take over the StreamYard. I add myself into the call and take over. If that makes sense, Sam. Hope that makes sense. How are we playing, says Alan? And I think we're playing relatively well. I think we're playing relatively well. We're not blitzing them by any stretch of imagination, but a great goal from Johnson has allowed us to be a lot more calm. And we're getting opportunities. We're getting a lot of people in and around the area. Again, Souček is getting in and around the area a lot, which is good to see. Obviously, it's one of his most effective traits. His just ability to be the right place, right time sort of thing. I think we're looking good. We're looking good for it. It's 1-0. And I don't know if I want to say deserve it or anything. We're only 18 minutes into it, but I think we're looking good for it. It's the way I would describe it, and the way I would describe it. Arsenal fan here. West Ham are so good. Thank you, Yash. Yeah, I agree. We're doing decent. We're doing decent. I missed it. Did you eat a baby bell? There's no baby bells. There is no baby bells. Depressingly, there are 0 baby bells, Chris. I'm as sad about this as everyone else. Not a baby bell in sight. Not a baby bell in sight. "19 minutes into this, like I say, I think we're good for it so far. An absolute thundertasted from your boy Ben Johnson. But I missed Scott again. You're telling me hang on. Maybe that's what I saw. I saw something in the corner of my eye as all of that was happening. And I was like, I need to point this out, but I don't remember what it was. It was. Hello, Scott. Again. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. Enjoy the pub, my friend. Enjoy the pub. Antonio making waves down the right hand side again, looking for anything. People joining him there can't quite do anything. It's a good block by Courtney House, but Antonio re-picks up the ball again, just near the corner flag on the right hand side, cuts inside to the byline. Don't know what he tried, but it went over, and it's definitely 1000% a goal kick. I don't know whether that was a cross. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was a shot from that sort of angle because it was so powerful, because it was so tight. It was basically on the touch. It was basically on the byline. But at the same time, he hit it with such venom that it must have been a shot. I don't know. All I know is that it's a goal kick. We've seen some stats there. West Ham have already had 5 shots and 3 on target with 4 touches in the opponent's box compared to Aston Villa's 1-1-1, which gives you some idea of how much we're sort of pushing and playing and moving forward with this one. Need an Antonio goal? Listen, we might get one. We might get one. Give it time. He's playing very out wide today, so maybe not, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Who will win? I'm back in West Ham. I didn't ask for score predictions. That was the thing I forgot to do. But I'm back in West Ham. In fact, everyone, what's your score predictions? Bit easier now. West Ham are 1-0 up, 20 minutes in. But at the same time, what are your score predictions? I forgot to ask. Feel free to love them in chat. Charlie's asleep most of the time, but not right now. Do I play video games? I do play video games. Haha. I have a channel where I used to play video games on it called A Top Lad, and now I post Waterloo Road videos apparently. But I do play video games. I play video games. Honestly, too much, mate. Too much. It's a problem. What did I say? I did a preview on Glenn Kitely's Everything Football channel, which you should all subscribe to if you haven't already. What did I say the West Ham score would be? I feel like I said 2-1 or 3-1. I'll say 2-1 for now. I'll say 2-1 and be fair about it, but I can't remember what I said. I did say that Danny Ings would be the person to score, though. I thought he'd break his duck against us, and he's injured, so not even in the squad. 0-0 late VAR call. Big plays, David. Big plays. I respect it. Imagine if that came true. What a prediction that would be. 3-1 to us. Love that, Mark. Love that. Mr. Zero Waste going in for his last bit there. That's my nickname. According to Titch, and do you know what? He's not wrong. Long throw in from Aston Villa on the left-hand side. Tries to get it in, just headed away by Ben Johnson. It doesn't get anywhere near to getting away, to be honest. Bowen collects it and then just big hoof up the pitch looking for Ben Rama. Finds him. Ben Rama. Ooh. It was a nice first touch by Ben Rama. Matty Cash ends up getting the ball away. It ends up going out for a West Ham goal kick. But I tell you what, there was a moment there. There was a moment where it looked like it could have been Villa's. But I tell you what, Ben Rama, he controlled the ball well there. It was just really good defense by Matty Cash. Matty Cash, the more you look at him, you know, you think we were obviously heavily linked with him. We were super interested in him. We didn't end up signing him. We ended up signing Soufal. And of course, that worked out for us very well. But at the same time, you know, less money, potentially. I don't know what the wages are compared to Cash and Kufal, but obviously it was less outlay originally. But you look at Matty Cash and you're like, that's a good right back. It's a good Premier League right back. That I don't think he would have been as good as he has been. I thought he might have been I thought he might have struggled a bit. You know, maybe a bit weak defensively or everything else. But I think he's been really good. Fair play to him. We'll go 3-0, 6-0 Hammers Peach. That's madness. I wanted to bet who will win. Jerry, I would say West Ham at this point. If you're going to put money on it. Now, I wouldn't put money on anything because I don't bet because it's a fool's game. I like my money where I see it, and that's in food in the house. But I wouldn't bet. But if I was to put money on it, I would say West Ham at this point. But again, that's not an endorsement. I do not say bet and never bet. Look at House and Antonio. Antonio there being roughhoused by Courtney House. Just gripped up something fierce. Had his arms all over him. All over him. I almost respect it. But it was wild. It was completely wild. Wait, so if I need to do some maths very quickly. This is where mental maths is on myself. Okay. That's just tough on Antonio. Mate, he was all over him, Val. He was like, and then it was mad. I'm surprised it wasn't a foul. It's usually a thing you'd get a foul for, to be honest. But maybe it's because it's Antonio, because he is so sort of big that they're fine with not doing it. 3-0, Johnson Dawson and Kretinsky. Fair. Get him on, you know. He announces his investment into the club with a big goal, overhead kick, maybe. I'm seeing. West Ham pressing Villa. I tell you what, Villa are playing at a tempo. Villa are playing at a faster rate, a quicker tempo than suits our sort of pressing. Usually what we like teams to actually, what they're doing right now, we like teams to sort of slowly pass it around in their own, sort of amongst themselves, and that gives us the opportunity to sort of activate our press to go at them. But Villa are playing with a higher tempo, which sort of doesn't allow us to start doing that. We can't get as close to them as we want, and that's certainly, I think that's benefiting Villa to some extent, to be honest with you, because usually what will happen is when a team is in their own half and they're passing it around their defenders, if they're not doing it quick enough, we'll activate, right? Ben Rama, Antonio, Fornals, Bowen start pushing. Bowen slightly less so, but they start pushing, they start pressing, they start harrying, right? And that benefits us a lot because it forces players into awkward positions, awkward passes, awkward areas of the pitch, places where they don't want to be. And it allows us to really capitalize. We saw that against, for example, Zagreb. The first goal against Zagreb was that exact thing. We were pushing, pressing, making it difficult, nick the ball, bang, it's a goal. And we've done that consistently this season. Villa are passing out from the back, which you think that's useful for us. That's useful. That's good for us. But they're doing it so quickly. They're going through the motions so quickly. They're not wasting time. They're not taking any more than 1 or 2 touches, really, from the defensive standpoint. When they're passing it around, you're seeing 3 touches the maximum, and that's rare. It's not allowing our players to get into a pressing because we have to begin the press. We're not starting in an advantageous attacking position where we can press instantaneously. This isn't Liverpool. We're starting from a slightly deeper perspective. Unless you're Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio is obviously in and around that area. But apart from that, most of the time we are coming from a deeper position to catch them, and it's not quite working. And that's fine because we're still forcing them. If they stop doing that, it's going to work, and it keeps forcing them to do that. And I don't know how much they can keep that up. But for now, they're doing well. Mikel Antonio on the right-hand side here. Good tackle by Nakamba, but West Ham come away with the ball. Antonio's there. Bowen in the D, tries to lay it back. My stream crashes. That's fine. Rice lays it out. Cresswell on the left-hand side picks up into a decent position, tries to lay it short for Ben Rama. Oh, my thing is struggling. My thing is struggling. I refresh it, and it's in the middle of the park. Ben Rama's going down under a challenge from the Canberra. It's a free kick to West Ham. It's not in shooting position, but certainly It's not in a shooting position, but it's certainly something. It's certainly something. I'm just modding Facebook now, apparently. It's a thing I have to do because of StreamYard. Not something I had to do before with OBS, but still. Free kick to West Ham in an okay area is what I would say. Not the best area you're ever going to see, but an okay area. I'm seeing Zuma for the first time. I haven't really seen him. It's lofted forward. Antonio's there. Tries to get in some sort of header on to continue. Doesn't quite make it work. I prefer a bullet header. Yeah. Like a big, just rises, and he doesn't even have angle. He just sort of stands and pow. That hurt, and then I did it again. So that was how dedicated that was. There's something on my eyelid. What is that? Wait, weird. Come on. Still there. Who knows? Let's deal with that later. West Ham is the second best team in London, says Brutus. Brutus, who's the first is what I'd ask you. Probably Chelsea, I suspect, but at the same time, I'll take second. I'll take second all day. I'm happy with that. Free kick to West Ham, basically next to our own area. Fabianski just walked up to take it like it was a goal kick, forcing people forward. We're going to take a big boot. Not really seen much of our centre-backs today, which is probably a good thing and bad thing. Good because we haven't really needed to. Bad because, I just like seeing Kurt Zuma. Foul against Thomas Souček there on, I believe, Ashley Young. Which, to be fair, I mean, look, if that house on Antonio thing wasn't a foul, I'm not sure how that was a foul, but still, we move. It's a difficult game for Villa. If you're thinking about it from, often when we talk about opposition, we often think, is this the right team at the right time, wrong team at the wrong time, all that sort of stuff. I think for Villa, if you're looking at this game, you're thinking playing West Ham is the wrong time. West Ham, we're in full flow right now. We're doing a lot, and they're obviously in poor form. To concede from such a big hit from Ben Johnson has not helped their case at all. But yeah, I mean, probably wrong case, wrong team, wrong time almost for Villa. Something's happened here. I refreshed it, and now all of a sudden Villa have a corner and people screaming. I don't know. I missed it. Titch, my boy. How are you? I hope you're all good. Everyone, I see we're seeing the replay now. It's Fabianski and Ogbonna playing just horrendous balls to each other. And Fabianski passes it out for a corner to Aston Villa. If you haven't subscribed already to Hams Fans United, do it. Wait, there we go. Do it. Subscribe. He's a legend. He's so good, bruv. He's out here doing bits, and trust me, I've seen some of the stuff he's got coming up. Fam, it's wild. Go have a look. Go have a gander. Played in from the Villa corner, punched away by Fabianski awkwardly, but he does do it. Ben Rama's chasing down the Villa defender's target, and Cash stayed back, and Ben Rama forces it all the way back to Martinez, who takes his time, just lofts it back forward. Johnson does well to keep it down to Souček. Now out to Mikel Antonio, who's still very deep. He's in our own half right now on the right-hand side. He's played very wide today, Mikel Antonio. I don't know if I don't think it's a tactics thing. I think it's just more of a situational thing, but I wonder why. Bowen with a very good pass out to Pablo Fornals there. Fornals trying to play it straight back across the other side. No one there. Rice picks it up about 35 yards away from goal. Ashley Young intercepts well and then goes flying forward for Aston Villa. Fair play. Lays it short. Souček clears it. It's not quite happening for Villa. They've not quite got that final bit in them. Which I'm fine with, but it's not happening yet for them. Good tackle by Declan Rice. Very bad pass from Jared Bowen straight after it. It's fine. Matty Cash went for the spectacular. It was never happening. Goes out for a goal kick. We could do with a second goal before half time. They seem like they're not sure. Yeah. They seem. Let me read out the full comment. We could do with a second goal We could do a second goal before halftime. They seem like they're not sure where to go with that first. Yes, 100%. I can't read today. I apologize, Fred, but I agree with you. I think a second goal would make us a lot more comfortable. Not that we don't look relatively comfortable right now, but Villa are maybe, I don't know if I would say growing into the game, but they're certainly getting possession and getting time. And like I say, they're playing it so quickly that it doesn't really suit us. We need to slow them down. We want them to play at our pace, really. It's not happening. It's a good, for a neutral, it's probably an enjoyable game. It's probably an enjoyable game. There's a lot of quick pace, rough housing going on. But a second goal would make me a lot more comfortable right now. But to be honest with you, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable. Villa don't look bad per se. We certainly don't look bad, but they are missing something, Villa. They are missing something, specifically in that final third. It just doesn't seem to have quite... It's just not quite clicking for them yet. We'll see what happens. Interesting stat there. Villa have scored the least amount of goals in the Premier League in the first half. Matty Cash going horrendously out of position, but he's gunning for it. He's trying it. It's happening. Back to Ashley Young. Trying to find their way forward here. Villa plays it out. John McGinn on the right. There's a good ball to Matty Cash. Is that Matty Cash? No, it's not. It's someone else. Buendia plays it back across goal. Hit! 1-1. Ollie Watkins gets the goal. Ollie Watkins gets the goal. They've been growing into the game. They have been growing into the game. They've been making it more and more difficult for West Ham. They've been playing very quickly. Over the last sort of 10 minutes, they've certainly looked the better of the two sides. And even there, it wasn't like they were particularly well organised there, Villa. It wasn't a training ground goal. Let's put it that way. It wasn't them thinking about what they were doing. This was more just individuals running around trying to do bits. It's a great run by Buendia to find the space in behind that John McGinn finds him for. Just West Ham not alert to it enough. Swings, just dribbles his way past Fornals, plays a hard low ball into the box where Ollie Watkins was stood there and just passes it into the net. I mean, annoyingly, Fabianski does get his foot on it, but it doesn't quite happen. And now Villa are on the attack again. Like I say, the last 5-10 minutes, they've been stepping up Villa. They've been playing very quickly, and it has been that final third, that final pass that's eluded them, but they got two in a row there that look pretty good. Watkins tries to lay it across, can't happen. All of a sudden, we look really flipping shaky. But West Ham managed to get away with it well here. Said Benrahma charging forward. Antonio out on the left-hand side again. So wide. No idea why. He's tried to get past Konsa. Konsa does really well there. You've got to say, Konsa just shepherded him brilliantly. Antonio, again, just constantly finding space on the wings, but not up front. And he was trying his best to do anything against Konsa and just couldn't. Emi Buendia comes back to get involved with the press as well, just to make it even more difficult. Antonio is forced onto his weak foot, hits it, he wins the corner for us, to be fair, but difficult. I realized my timer is slightly behind for some reason. We'll go like that. Corner. We're obviously very dangerous from corners. Ogbon is in there. Zoom is in there. They're fighting. Cresswell plays the ball in. Can't quite do anything. Antonio goes down. He's very adamant he should have had a penalty there. It was Curtis Zuma who went down, not Antonio. Sorry. He was very adamant. He's got up and gone back to defense position now. But there was a moment there where he was very angry. He did not get a penalty. Him and Ashley Young. Look, Ashley Young very clearly had his shirt. I don't know if I'd call it a pen, but Ashley Young was very, very, very clearly holding his shirt, completely impeding him. Again, I don't know how I feel about those ones in terms of pens and stuff. I don't know, but he had him. Surely VAR. I don't know. Do they go to VAR? I don't know. We look decent sport. We look like a boxer knocked down in the early in the round, trying to win it. I know what you mean. There's a sort of like trying to go trying to go through the motions a bit to try and get there, and it's not quite happening as of yet. Antonio's been very poor. He hasn't done anything all game. He keeps finding himself in such wide positions, and it's certainly not helping his or our cause. It's allowing certain people to get in and around the box more often, I guess, but it's certainly not quite happening. West Ham playing the ball around in midfield here, pinged across to Said Benrahma, wide on the left-hand side, cuts inside. Cresswell's overlapped him. He carries on with the ball. He's now basically in the center of the pitch. He's trying to find anyone. Declan Rice controls it, hits it. It's a second. It's West Ham 2, and it's a second pile driver into that bottom corner. I tell you what, Martinez, just stand in that bottom corner, mate. We can't hit the target anywhere else. It's West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 1. Declan Rice finally scores a goal from range. I've been screaming at him to stop shooting from range for such a long time, and he's finally got his second. And do you know what? It's not a pile driver like Ben Johnson's. It just somehow, it seemed to roll in. Benrahma on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, picks it up, keeps going. He's looking for any sort of pass, lays it short to Rice, who takes one. It's a very good finish. He takes one touch to steady himself onto his stronger foot, and then just sort of strikes it sweetly into the bottom corner. Again, it's not the most powerful shot you'll ever see in the world. It's just very pinpoint accurate at the base of the post. Exactly as Mulchmite says here, 2 long-range, low-driven shots into that exact same area have beaten Martinez both times. It's West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 1. I feel almost sorry for Aston Villa. After that moment they've just had, finally they get it back into the game. They feel like they deserve it. They step up, and then instant return from West Ham. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. My God. 40 minutes on the clock. 40 minutes on the clock. Who needs one? We don't, apparently. They walked onto an uppercut. Bang. There we go. Keep the boxing references going to a sport. I really don't understand boxing that well. I'm an idiot, but I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? I get it. I do get it. Even though I am, and I should stress this, stupid. My timer is once again gone horrendously out. I don't know how. I think it might be because I'm clicking something. We'll see. I've flopped with that as well. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me fix this. Let's hit that, and then we wait. And then we pray. Yeah. There we go. Hopefully I'll stay in time. We're at the 40-minute mark now. Two-1. We've withstood a lot of Villa. We've withstood a lot of them. When they were playing the ball fastest, that was when it was most concerning to us. We weren't doing very well defensive organization. We were looking okay, but we were certainly a little bit all over the shop, and we weren't pressing. We weren't managing to do anything we usually like to do. So there was certainly an element of when Villa were playing really quickly that it wasn't suiting us at all. It wasn't suiting us at all. However, we look at it now and we say, well, we've got our 2 goals. Can we hold on to this? Probably. Played in, header from again. Ooh, wide. It's fine. It's wide. Todd. Yes, my G. Hi, all Hammers fans. Greeting from Boston, Massachusetts. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good over there. Hope things are going well for you, my friend. Hope things are going well for you. Good to see you back. I'm just excited to see Rob in the chat. No longer timed out. Come on, Rob. I'm just excited to see you. I will make sure never to ban you. If I ever ban you again, Rob, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. If I ever ban anyone else, I didn't mean it, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. I feel so guilty. Oh. Stevie C, that's an interesting stat. That's the first goal conceded in 6 games. Yeah. I mean, look, Villa worked it very well. And it was a classic West Ham under David Moyes error in terms of, not error, it's our weakness. One of our biggest weaknesses is running to the byline and putting it back. We've never, ever dealt well with those ever. I think they're difficult to deal with in general. But other David Moyes, we've never been able to deal with those. And not enough teams do it against us, to be honest. They've done it there and scored. Not surprising. But yeah, it is the first and 6. Hadn't even thought about that, Steve, but you are bang on with that. You are bang on with that. Aaron Cresswell with a very poor pass there, trying to find Ben Rama or Fornals. I think Fornals and just straight out for a Villa throw. Straight out for a Villa throw. Come on. Come on. Big plays. Come on, your hands and all that good stuff. Cameron Target linking up well for Aston Villa down the left-hand side, plays it into Ollie Watkins, who's found some sort of space in that left-hand channel. He's been forced all the way to the corner flag without many options by West Ham here. He's trying to do anything just to win anything. And to be fair, he wins a corner. Fair play. Fair play. There was a moment there where it looked like we had him and he was just turned around trying to find a throw-in corner, anything, because he just really was in a pickle. In a pickle, but he does well. Just flicks it off one of the West Ham defenders and out for a corner. It's a corner to Aston Villa on that left-hand side. Matt Target steps up to take it. They're bringing forward their big boys, your Courtney Houses, your Consters. West Ham have more people in and around the box probably, but they're sort of zonal marking. Conser disappointingly there. Ball was played lofted in towards the back post. Conser was there. But he does get his head to it, but it's just flail. Not even close. Not even close to coming in. Not even close to coming in there. Annoyingly. Well, annoyingly fast, annoyingly for Villa. He looked very annoyed. I was empathizing with him. You see his frustration on his face, his annoyance on his face. Doesn't not for us. Fine with it. Do that as much as you like, mate. Not fussed. Not fussed, mate. Not fast. It's amazing to think that's our first goal conceded in 6. That is wild. I think that was the stat. That is madness. That's madness. Ben Johnson just getting a little bit aggy there with Matt Target overthrowing. Lays it down the line. He was looking for Bowen or Antonio. Antonio's just living in the wide areas right now. I mean, like in open play when you're flowing and he's just looking for space to collect the ball, I understand why he ends up in those sorts of wide positions, right? I get it. I do understand that. Even if I am like, bruv, please. There was a throw-in. You could just be in the central. Oh, close from Villa, cleared away by West Ham. They've picked up the ball again on the edge of the area in the Camber. McGinn. Played through the centre, looking for Buendia, who tries to wiggle his way through. Bono stops him well. Back to John McGinn, who hits it wide, drags it wide. None of the West Ham players can get a block. It goes out for a goal kick. Another decent. Villa aren't out of this game. We can't stress that enough. They are not out of this game, but it's not quite happening yet. Actually, I'll tell you what, Ashley Young's looked decent, hasn't he? Ashley Young's looked decent since coming on. Fair play to him. Somehow, still at his 800 years old. I don't remember what I was saying before then. Who knows? Ben Rama. Oh, Jared Bowen. Mikel Antonio. Are your hammies still good to go? That was it. I was talking about Mikel Antonio. I just remembered. He keeps finding himself on such wide areas. And there, when it was a throw-in, you could just go and take up the central space, my G, but he was still standing next to Jared Bowen out wide. I don't know what he's doing. I don't get it. We're almost at half-time here. Very close to it. 30 seconds off or so. Emi Buendia looking lively today. Looking live. I think he's such a good player as Emi Buendia. And I was watching Geo's opposition preview that we do on patreon.com/hammerschat, where he breaks down the tactics and how the opposition will line up before every game. And he was talking about how disappointed he has been by Buendia to some extent because he has such high expectations of him. As the halftime whistle goes, it is West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 1. But he stepped up a little bit. He has stepped up a little bit today. I think he's been dangerous. I mean, obviously he's got the assist, but on top of that, he's looked like a consistent threat. He's so good on the ball. So good on the ball. He could just wiggle through people without nothing. I mean, they paid a lot of money from Aston Villa, but you can see why. He's very, very good. He's very, very good. Half time here. Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 2. How do we all feel? How do we all feel? Is there any changes you particularly want to make? Is there anything you would say? What would you be saying at half time? Have you got any particular emotions? What do you want to say? What half time? Any changes you'd make? What's your vibes, people? What's your vibes? I think we've been decent. I think we've been good for it. I thought Villa stepped up in the second half somewhat. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we had it all our own way or anything like that. But I do think that we've probably been good for it. Gio, what do you think? Half time, what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I've got trick-or-treaters at the door, and there's a few of that in the game as well. I think we're doing all right. Listen, we've played better this season. We're a bit sloppy. I think Villa have... Their fans might feel a bit unfortunate to be going in at half-time behind. But this is why we're good. This is what makes us good, when we are not that great, but yet we still win, and we are still winning. We are going to improve in the second half, and I think Villa will feel they're going to feel that they'll improve in the second half. But that's all right. But so will we. So, listen, I think we're playing well, but not fantastic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. I think Villa, like when people play slightly slower out of the back against us, it really suits us because we can get players in and around them, pressing them, pushing them, stuff like that. Today they've been playing from the back, but they've been doing it so quickly that we sort of seem not quite prepared for it a little bit. We seem a little bit, we don't know what to do. We tried to step to take them on, but then they play through us quite easily. I think Villa are looking all right. They're looking better than They're looking better than a team who've lost 3 on the bounce you'd think would look. But again, I don't think they've been unreal either. I think they just look lively. They look like they're up for it. But even then, 2 bangers. Did Johnson mean it?
Yeah.
I felt like he did. There was some discussion in the chat about whether he was trying to pick out Antonio. I didn't see where Antonio was, mainly because I was just so shocked that Ben Johnson hit it from outside the box with his weak foot and it actually went in.
Far too much power for it not to have been a shot a goal kind of thing. He cuts it inside. It's lined up perfectly for a hit with someone with their left foot. If you've got the confidence and the ability to take it on, and clearly he's got both. Well, I thought it was a fantastic goal. That was a brilliant strike by Johnson.
It was mad. And Declan Rice actually scored from outside the box.
Yeah, it's been coming, hasn't it? We know he can strike him cleanly. We've seen him do it before. And I think he got carried away at one point. I think he kept on doing it, and then he was trying these free kicks when someone lays it off kind of thing. And today he's resisted. I think he almost, not tricks the Villa defence, but 2 or 3 occasions he's been able to hit it from outside the box, and he's not taking them. He brings it down and he plays it out wide and stuff. So this is probably the 3rd or 4th opportunity Declan Rice had to hit it outside the box. But the difference with this one was, A, it was a little bit closer, but B, he was ready for it. You could see him lightened up, he teed up, said to Ben Rama, give it to him, I'm having a hit here. And, the Villa players all go rushing out to him, and that does us a favour. I do think both goalkeepers should be doing better today for the goals. And I think Martinez, I agree with what I can see. Martinez is saying he couldn't see Declan Rice until the ball was past the fence. Watching the replays, I kind of believe him, to be honest with you. There's about 3 or 4 players in his way kind of thing. But it's an unbelievable strike, pinged in right into that corner. You're just not getting there unless you see it straight away from a goalkeeper. No goal is getting there. Great strike from him. And it's been coming. The goal for West Ham, I think, was coming. I think the goal for Villa was coming. I think the goal from Declan Rice was coming.
Strongly agree. And I will be coming back in a minute. Give me a second. See you in a second.
Cheers. David said, it comes a time when we aren't playing great, we will come undone, getting a bit bored of seeing teams show a good team playing average and still winning. We will come undone. Having said that, come on, yours. I get what you're saying. I used to be like that, David. I used to be. For quite a while, I thought, eventually we're going to get found out. But there's too much evidence. There's too much games where we feel like this. So I think we have to accept that we're probably playing better than what we feel when we're watching the game. I think we're probably just we're a bit better than that kind of thing. How about that celebration? I loved it. I absolutely loved it. For those that don't know the context of the celebration, there's a video of Ben Johnson. He's 13, 14 years old, maybe. He's got his school blazer on, and he's doing this funny. And he's in the video. There's that celebration of Johnson. He's doing this little dance thing. So the celebration is based on that. I absolutely loved it, and you can see all the players getting involved as well. And it just summarizes the morale of this West Ham team at the minute. Absolutely loved it. There you go. West Ham Academy boss at 2 goals, two products. I'm not sure Declan Rice is from the academy. It's a funny age. He joined us when he was 15. Is he a product of the academy? Is he not? He was only 3 years. I guess so, but great. It doesn't matter, does it? The shirt pull was cheeky. I agree. What it does do, it puts a bit of pressure on the referee now, because if West Ham then Villa have a corner and West Ham start doing a little bit of their own pulling the shirt, he's got to let go. But in fairness to him, there was Antonio got brought down by Courtney Hoss, and it really annoyed me because I need Hoss to get booked. I've got money on Courtney Hoss getting booked. So I was like, oh, possible yellow card. Anyway, he didn't even give a free kick. But 5 minutes later, maybe, Zoom had done it to Ollie Watkins. And you could see the Villa players and Ollie Watkins say, oh, a free kick. And he pointed to where the Antonio incident was. And it was almost as if to say, I've let you away with it. I'm letting him away with that as well. That is what I'm letting go. So he's been consistent, the referee. I give him that. Although I don't like pens being handed out left, right, and centre. And if you give every shirt pull, you're going to be given a penalty every time there's a corner kick. But that one did actually prevent Zuma getting the ball. And I think that's the difference. That's what makes that penalty in my book. I think they got off with that one. Gary says, Ariola's a better goalkeeper and should be given a permanent spot. Yeah, Fabianski's under pressure now, isn't he? I think it already was. He was under pressure because of the performances of Areola. But I felt Fabianski's own performances and the clean sheets kept him in goal. But now there's no clean sheet. He's made an error. Areola has another strong game on Thursday away to Genk, which he should do. He'll probably only have 3 shots to face. Be hard not to see Areola starting against Liverpool. This is a bad time to make an error. Bad time to make an error for Fabianski. Fred says, main man Antonio quiet so far, but never take him off. Injury time. Still think we've got a couple more goals to go. I think this sets up us winning, sets up to see the best of Antonio. We should be able to play more counter-attacking football. Saying that when we were winning 1-0, when we were winning 1-0, Villa were the better team, I thought. And usually when we go a goal up, I often think, oh, here we go. This will play into West Ham's hands. We'll sit back, we'll soak it up, and we'll counter-attack. That's not been the case today. I thought we sat back and soaked it up, but we didn't really get any opportunity to counter-attack. The one thing, I will say this now, I've got one concern. I'll wait for Charlie to come back. And when Charlie's back, live chat, say, Geo, what's your concern? Just to remind me, in case I forget. Anyway, surely the errors by whoever's supposed to be Marky Watkins. I think what they're saying, Arthur, is Bonner gave the ball away. Then there was a mistake by Buendia, and there was a mistake by Fabianski. There was quite a few errors in the Villa goal kind of thing. And Fernandez let his man beat him. He did, yes. Uni says that Souček and Mouse organisation midfield second to none, boss in the game. They are. I actually feel Villa are doing okay. I feel Villa are doing better than I expected, to be honest with you. I think Bailey's getting a lot of time down the left. Saying that, Johnson's doing well to limit him. He's keeping him up against the touchline, not letting him get crosses in. So Johnson's doing well out there. Buendia's starting to drift a little bit, and that's when he's dangerous. He is a top player. I really like Buendia. And he's very similar to Saeed Benrahma, really, in the way that they play football. I've seen this, Gary, right? You said about you got a present from Hammer's Chat. You got your wife bought. I'll tell you the story, right? So Gary's wife or partner bought him something from the Hammer's Chat store. And the funny thing is, when I was writing a handwritten note, I did wonder if it was maybe a gift, but I didn't put anything in. So I said thank you. So anyway, he tweeted Hammer's Chat and with the note, and he said, I wonder what my present is, but it says on the note what your present is, so I don't want to say anything. But if you read your note again, Gary, you can work out what your present is, because I say thank you for buying X. So there you go, Gary. So no, I did see your tweet. I think I liked it. I'm sure I liked it. But the reason I also don't like replying to tweets is because it looks like you're only replying to people to promote the online store, if that makes sense. It comes across as beggy sometimes, so try not to do that. Yes, Charlie, I have a concern.
I was going to say, there's a lot of people asking what your concern is.
I asked them to remind me when you're back, so I have someone to witness apart from the live chat, right? And they've got two tactics which intrigue me. One, which doesn't concern me, and I think we can exploit, and that is when they got a throw in, they took both centre backs up for a long throw. Now I thought that was stupid on the Villa part. I was proper like, oh, come on, then. If I was Moyes, I'd be saying to an Antonio and Bowen, get on the halfway line, because if our keeper catches it or defender gets it, just hoof it, just belt it down the park, and let's have a race against whatever fullbacks are back there. Their centre backs are 50 yards up the pitch. My concern, their corner just before halftime.
Okay.
We zonal mark at corners.
Yes.
We have 3 or 4 players along 6-yarder, then 2 or 3 players pick up their main headers of the ball. So 2 players might man mark, the rest are zonal marking along the 6-yarder. Fine. But Villa had 2 or 3 players in Fabianski's way, but they had about 4 players at the back post in a bunch, and they hit it, the corner, they hit it direct and high to the back post. Rice was there by himself. I think he went out with Konsa, went out for a goal kick, but there was about 3 Villa players and Declan Rice. And the corner, it was one of them that was aimed. You know, he just floats it. He hits it, there's no curve, nothing. It's straight as an arrow. And he goes, my concern is that they've got a tactic there. And in the second half, when they get a corner, I'm going to be a bit worried that they're going to congest the back post and try and put it in straight there, because we zonal mark. And I'm all for it. You know, we don't concede much from corners, so it doesn't worry me too much. But I noticed it. I thought, I see what you're doing here. I see you, Dean Smith. I see you.
Yeah.
So that's my
I think when they did it, I said it at the time, I was like, we're zonal marking because, and it's one of the more abundantly clear versions of it you've seen as well, because we all had, like, you could see the formation of our defenders who knew exactly where they wanted to stand and everything. And they were just all in this little bunch at the back. Listen, and I think the thing is with that, they did try to ping it. If they want to ping it like that continuously, then kind of okay, because it would have been very difficult for them to have got anything on it. But it's very clear they have an idea of something to do. It's not just people getting in the box and then sort of milling around and trying to get on it. There was very clearly a tactic at play there, and that wasn't the best use of it. But I suspect they've got to
try something. When you play West Ham for corner, when you play West Ham at set pieces, you've got to try something. There's no point just throwing your man in the box, whipping it in, and hoping that something happens, because it probably won't against us. You know, they're not the biggest team either. They've got Konsa and Courtney House in the box there for corners. Apart from that, I'm not that overly fussed about anyone. You know, Watkins, McGinn, they're not tall. I think we should be dominating them at set pieces. And if anything, I'm disappointed by our lack of opportunities from set pieces as yet. But I'm looking forward to the second half. You confident we're going to win?
Mainly because, again, I just think we've got what it takes. Like, we've not been amazing in this game, and yet we're still winning. I think Villa are on a hard run, and when you're on a hard run like that, it's difficult to get the traction back into your gears a little bit and get going again. And they've had 2 hammer blows, if you want to put it that way, today with both of our goals. And it's a constant uphill battle for them. So I am confident we're going to win, because I just think we've got it. Antonio, I would like to maybe find the center of the pitch a bit more often, but apart from that, I'm pretty confident. What about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I was feeling good before the game. We're 1-0 up. We're 1 goal up at halftime, so it's hard not to remain confident. No, you're in the lead. The only thing I will say I'm sort of impressed by is Villa's crowd. They're not as jumpy as I thought they'd be. When they're getting into the final third, they're quite go on, and encouraging their team. Yeah, a couple of times there's been moans and groans, mainly when they've gone on the attack and passed it back, and it's gone all the way back to Martinez. You hear that, but I can understand those frustrations. You have to understand those frustrations. I would like to see us come out and start fast this half. 10-15 minutes, barely give them a sniff, get on top, dominate, and try and turn that crowd against them a little bit, because they are unhappy at the minute. But I'm not really sensing it at the moment. So credit to the Villa fans for that, by the way. I do think it's tough to stick by your team when there's not too much to be enthusiastic about. But that's probably how I'd sum up Villa's first half. They're an enthusiastic side, but we are a well-organised side. And sometimes that triumphs hard work. So anyway, Mr. Walsh, I'm going to go and enjoy the second half, hopefully. And I'll be back for the review. So keep up the good work.
See you then. Thank you for coming, Geo. Bye. Geo Mackie, everyone. He'll be back, as he said, for the review at full time. That's the wrong one. There we go. He'll be back for the review at full time. So make sure to come back then if you're just here for the halftime talk, then we appreciate it, of course. But make sure, like I say, to come back at full time. I'm going to spam the link in the live chat so you don't have to do a single thing. We can really hopefully enjoy a big second half. Big second half as the teams are coming out here. The teams are coming out on my screen. Good to see the boys. Let's go. Big plays, all of that stuff. Full-time predictions. People in the chat. People who are left. Full-time predictions. What are you saying? It's 2-1 now. I'll like I said, I was umming and ahhing between 2-1 and 3-1. I'll stick with my 2-1 because I've said it. So I'll stick with it. But what are your full-time predictions as the second half is coming close to kickoff here? West Ham will be the people to get it underway. I don't know if there's been any subs at halftime. I don't think there has been. Don't think he has been. Let's have a look. No subs at halftime. And it continues on. West Ham kickoff in the second half. 2-1 up. Can we get a bit more in this game? Can we step up a little bit? Ghost is saying 4-2. Boothammer saying 4-1, 5-1, 3-1. Just that Lanzini goal. Stick to your guns. Yes. Everywhere they go. Exactly. Very much so. Why are fans having a go at Fabianski? I'm the only one from what I've seen that thinks he served the club. I think it's just a case of levels dropping, Todd, to be fair. I 100% agree with you. Watkins, can't quite get there. I 100% agree with you. I think Fabianski's been a tremendous player for West Ham. I really do. I think the problem, like today, like he obviously got a touch on it. It came sort of quite close to him. It hits him, and so you'd feel he could have done better. But ultimately, I love Fabianski, and I totally understand why he keeps getting games time on David Moyes. The idea if we should just drop him for Areola, I disagree with, and I don't think. Well, I don't necessarily. I think Areola is really good, and I think over the course of the season, I would like to see Areola become the first choice goalkeeper for West Ham. But I fully understand why David Moyes is doing what he's doing. 5-1, good vibes. Love that. 5-1, wild. Kez, I support West Ham United. This is a West Ham channel. I support West Ham. 3-2 to us. Oof, Andy, I'll take it. West Ham trying to get forward here. Jared Bowen. Ooh, it's a free kick to West Ham, but I think it's going to get pulled back for the earlier. I think it's going to get pulled back for the earlier one. There is a yellow card in there for Konsa in the meantime. West Ham got forward relatively well there. We're getting numbers forward. Again, it didn't feel very structured, but we were getting people forward. Bowen and Antonio were basically on top of each other. But it does come away with a yellow card. Bowen lays it off to Fornals originally. He's sprinting forward over the halfway line, getting forward well. He gets absolutely cleared out by Courtney House. And then it comes forward into the path of Jared Bowen, who are through. We can see the wide angle here to see it a bit better. Absolutely cleared out. If Courtney House doesn't get yellow, then that is a problem. And then Constance just shakes Antonio off the ball. It lands into the feet of Jared Bowen, who is then taken down as well by Constance, who regains it. Who gains a yellow card for his troubles. I'll be honest with you. If House doesn't get a yellow in that melee, then my God, because he absolutely clotheslined Fornals. He took him out. It's like JBL in his prime. Clothesline from hell. He completely cleared him out. But Consa's the one who gets the yellow after all that. It is Consa. VAR is coming up against Courtney House here. He cleared him out. He steps in. He absolutely plaps him with his left hand. He comes across him like that. I would be surprised if he gets away with that. Now, it's being checked by VAR for possible red card for foul play, but look, whether it's a red or a yellow, you can't get away with that, surely. That's madness. That's some MMA thing. That's some muting. No card for Courtney House, apparently. I think. It's now gone to VAR, and now the referee's coming across to have a look at it. I guess the second one as well, you're talking about Conser taking down Bowen. We're seeing the VAR here. It's a possible denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. We've obviously seen one red card this weekend already for that. I can't remember what game it was. I saw it on Match Day yesterday. Kind of, yeah, I guess. It would be difficult. I mean, Courtney House, I'm surprised Courtney House got away with that. VAR decision. Referee's walking over. It's a red. It's a red. It's gone up. It's gone up to a red. It's been upgraded to a red card. Conser is off. Conser is off for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity in and around the area. I think it's still a free kick. Don't get me wrong. I'm shocked Courtney House got away with that. I actually am. You know, if you watch these watch-alongs, usually you know me. I'm a calm individual. I don't tend to talk about referees too often. But he cleared Bowen for 4 nails out. And Conser, who I really like, bounces Antonio off and then pulls down Bowen right outside the area. It's a free kick, to be fair. I do think it was outside the area, but it's a straight red for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Aston Villa are down to 10. And again, I cannot stress, Courtney House, he forearm smashed him. He forearm smashed him. How he's not even got a yellow for that, I don't understand. Like I said, I wasn't sure whether or not it would be a red, but I was like, that is an issue. And it is what it is. Tyrone Mings is warming up here. West Ham have a free kick. I should stop until we've taken the free kick. West Ham have a free kick right on the edge of the area. Ben Rama and Cresswell standing over it. Martinez ordering his wall. You've got a secondary wall of Antonio and Souček are about. Cresswell and Ben Rama standing over it. The whistle goes. Cresswell hits it. Off Ashley Young. Battles for it a second time. Controls it very nicely. It was a bit of a Ronaldinho touch there. But Leon Bailey controls it, plays it back to target, and Villa clear it. Villa down to 10. Temporarily, they do not have Tyrone Mings on yet, who they're going to be bringing on to shore up that defense. Now they've got a man down in the center of the park. Again, I'm just surprised. This is the last time I'll say it, for fear of repeating myself consistently. Man hit him with the Chris Hero elbow. He came in and just cleared him out. I'm shocked. I'm not even shocked it wasn't a red. I'm just shocked it wasn't even a yellow. That's the thing. That's the thing. Tyrone Mings is coming on now for Aston Villa. And it's Emi Buendia who makes way. When it rains, it pours. And Aston Villa, who've been hit for 2 hammer blows, are now down to 10 men. And one of their most creative, one of their biggest sparks, Emi Buendia, comes off because of it. It's a difficult time for Aston Villa now. They're up against it massively. Big shout out to my wife, Mags. Yes, Jimmy, let's go. Big shout out to my wife, Mags. Happy Hammer. Love Jimmy. Mags, shout out to you, my friend. Hope you're good. Love that. Love that from you, Jimmy. NBC crew are saying elbow should be red. Yeah, I'm surprised it isn't. I'm surprised. I don't know. The more I see it, the worse it got. You know? The more I see it, the worse it got. Did House even get yellow? He didn't, Scott. He didn't get it. There was nothing. Nothing, apparently. It went to VAR. Look, as I say, I'm usually a very calm individual when it comes to these things, right? I really am. I tend not to think about the referee too much. I don't tend to put much stock into what the referee does and doesn't do. I trust the referees, all of that good stuff, right? I really do, right? And if you see me on any after show, pre-match, post-match stuff, I never really talk about the referees because I just, whatever they decide, and we move on. That's the one time I've seen it and I'm like, really? Okay. Okay. Not even yellow. Okay. Okay. Look, Rice giving you lots of points for Fantasy Fee. You love to see it, Kez. You love to see it. You love to see it. and he's giving us lots of points on the pitch. Game is underway, regardless of what we say about anything else. The game is underway. West Ham are in control of this game. Look, Villa are down to 10 now. This is our game. We're 2-1 up. Villa down to 10. We have to really have to make them hurt. Souček, Thomas Souček getting a bit saucy there. Picks up the ball on the edge of the area, tries a little roll onto his weaker foot and strikes it. It's a good block, I think, by Cash. They've zoomed in on Cash, so I'm going to say it's Cash. But looking a little bit saucy there. It's a free kick. It's a corner, sorry, not free kick to West Ham. Out on that left-hand side, Pablo Fornal steps up to take it. The big boys are in there. Again, they're down to 10. We have to punish them now. We have to punish them. It's played in. Headed away by Mings. Ben Rama on the edge. Couldn't quite get there ahead of Bailey. West Ham do have possession of the ball, though. Ben Johnson on the halfway line. Lays it out. Aaron Cresswell. Slots it forward. Fornals. Short to Thomas Souček in the centre of the area. Comes into shooting range. Hits it. High over. Maybe got a bit excited there. Didn't think that was going to happen, but it did. Jeffrey, finally getting a chance to see the game here, CW. I think what says a lot about our current form is just how many different ways we can find. Great shout. Great shout. Away record when leading at halftime in the Premier League since December 2017. 15 games for West Ham when they've led at halftime. 12 wins away and three draws, not defeated. An amazing stat, which does nothing but fill me with dread. An amazing stat, which does nothing but make my bum clench a little bit more. I strongly agree with you, Jeffrey. It's kind of insane. Like, obviously, we're known for like our set pieces. We have been for the last season and a half. Last couple of games, we've stepped up on that realm. We have been a little bit poor this season, but last couple of games, we've made a right go of it from set pieces. And then we're also known as like getting people in the area. You know, Antonio Souček scoring in open play, but in the area. And today we scored twice. We scored twice from outside the area with two long-range, long-drived efforts. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. Like you say, it says a lot about how good we are right now. It says a lot. It says a lot. Nick M, is this true? Charlie, I try to read a lot of the time. There's a lot of people who I just trust. So I just put their comments straight up, right? Nick M's one of the people I trust, but for some reason, Nick, I found myself reading your comment through before putting it up, and I'm not sure why. It's a good opportunity for Villa, by the way. McGinn dinks it across. Watkins off the bar. Off the bar. Ooh. Oof. Oof. My God. My God. Villa, the home crowd are roaring here. The home crowd are roaring here. I'll take this comment down for a second, Nick. We will come back to it. Because is that true? And it's a throw into Aston Villa. Flipping it. We're seeing the replay again here. McGinn does well, dinks it back across. Watkins gets a really good header to it, and it's an excellent save by Fabianski, to be fair. Full stretch, up high, as he's coming back, momentum against him, tips it onto the bar. Fair play. That is a good save from Fabianski to keep it at 2-1 to West Ham. Villa have a throw-in on the right-hand side, very deep in our half, about sort of level with the edge of the area, if you want to put it in those terms. He's looking for a long throw here. Villa still have their big boys coming forward, like Courtney House and Mings. West Ham's flood of people just stops them. Villa are committing people forward, though, here. They've still stayed forward, the big boys. Leon Bailey trying to get away from Jarrod Bowen. Manages to do it in the end. Plays it into Nakamba. Tries to play it in. Headed away from Ogbonna and Zuma. And now Declan Rice on the ball. Just pings it away. Pablo Fornals is making all kinds of trouble there for Matt Targett, who ends up getting it out for a throw into West Ham in a decent area. Let's go back to what Nick said very quickly, because Nick, I want to read that out loud, because is that true? Did you know that if you score a direct own goal from your own set piece, it's a corner to the opposition, not a goal? Is that true? I remember Birmingham versus Aston Villa, the famous Olaf Melberg throw-in, which ends up going into the net, and I think that one counted, but I don't remember it happening. I just remember seeing it lots. Is that true? I did not know that. That's wild. That is wild. Leon Bailey just oozes class on his day. He's trouble. Yeah, I agree. When he's got pace and dribbling, right? And so, like, in situations like that where he's being pressed by Jared Bowen. He does well to just wriggle out of it and turn the defender and try to get forward. He does really well there. Like you say, on his day, he's very good. He's very good. And he's doing okay since moving to Villa. Look, he's not lighting up the league, but I think he's got a goal and 2 assists so far, which is not a bad return for someone who's coming in from a different league. You know, not a bad return so far. West Ham trying to play the ball through the lines here. They're on the halfway line. Benrahma, Cresswell, people like that getting involved. Out on the left-hand side. We're trying to switch the play now. Souček out to Zuma on the right-hand side. Finds the ball centrally into Pablo Fornals. Bowen. Pablo Fornals is on the overlap. So is Ben Johnson. Bowen can't get past either of them. Free kicks at Aston Villa. Matt Targett goes down under the pressure from Jared Bowen. We're seeing a replay here of the save from Fabianski. John McGinn does well facing the other way to dink it back across into a really good position. Watkins, completely unmarked, by the way. Completely and utterly unmarked. Rises well, gets a good head to it. Fabianski does really well. I don't think we can downplay that save. He's going in the other direction. It's against him. He's going this way and has to reach up and jump and tips it just onto the bar. Good work. I almost pulled a muscle doing that. That's how out of shape I am. I felt my arm go, no. Bad. Coasters come with me. Villa are still trying something here. They may be down to 10 men. They may be 1 goal down in a difficult position, but they're trying something here. Leon Bailey, he was looking for Matty Cash, couldn't quite find him. Benrahma and Cresswell linking up well to get the ball out. Antonio lays it short to Benrahma, but it's a bit of a dead ball for Mikel Antonio there. Can't really find Benrahma with any sort of accuracy. And Villa win a free kick from the ensuing scramble in a decent enough area. You're talking about 30 yards from goal, basically on the touchline, so it's very wide out. So it's kind of like having a corner, but much deeper into your own half sort of thing. But it's a good position for Villa. They've got some big boys in there. You've got Mings, you've got House, you've got large gentlemen coming in and making their presence known in the area. Here goes the free kick. Like I say, probably in one of the perfect positions to get a good ball in here. If you're Aston Villa, you'd be very excited about this. Mings towering over Ben Johnson there. Ashley wants to take the free kick. Hits it. High. Over everyone. Leon Bailey tries to nod it back across goal. Can't quite make it. Ollie Watkins pressurizes Bowen into an awkward clearance, which Aston Villa can recollect on the halfway line. McGinn with a heavy touch loses out to Bowen instantaneously. Pablo Fornals plays it through. I tell you what, that's good sweeper keeping from Martinez, who comes out and stops it. Pablo Fornals did really well there. He turns, picks up the ball, sees Antonio streaming through, lays it in, but it's good goalkeeping by Martinez to just come out and stop it. West Ham do have possession on the ball. Benrahma's wide out on the left-hand side, lays it short. West Ham slow it down there. There was a moment where you could have played it through the gears and maybe put some more pressure on Villa, who weren't entirely back in their defensive shape yet. But we don't, and it ends up dribbling out for a Villa throw. Souček fouls Watkins there apparently. Who didn't just absolutely elbowed a geezer. Lanzini is about to come on. So if anyone here had Lanzini in the 64th minute, congratulations. Congratulations. If anyone had this, congratulations. You've won sub bingo today. I should come up with some system of keeping track of this so I can actually fully give people the credit they deserve. Whereas now I just have to say congrats if you did it. That's something I'll look into and think about at some point. This happened years ago at West Ham. The opposition took a throw in and Mervyn Day flapped at it and it went in. If he hadn't touched it it would not have counted. It was the start of Day's decline. Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Manuel Lanzini coming on for Saeed Benrahma. Can hit it. Can hit it. Everyone think about Woody. Woody did say 3-1, and he did say Lanzini goal. Very much on the cards. It's such an interesting... I did not know that was a rule at all. I did not know that was a rule at all. No clue. No clue. Eric saying he won, and that he also got the single right to the second one. Congratulations, Eric. I'm not going to go back and check. I'm just going to... Good moves. Good plays. Big plays, my lad. Big plays, my friend. Not going to check. Not going to check. I trust you. I trust you. You know what I mean? I called 64 minutes, but not Lanzini. Oof. I had Lanzini at 64. Trust me. No, I trust everyone who's saying it. Someone said, yeah, it was Woody. Alan said Lanzini to score off the bench. So that's very much on the cards. I remember that one. I remember that one very clearly. McGinn was pinging it forward, trying to find Ashley Young. Aaron Cresswell turns in relatively easily in an awkward position, and West Ham keep possession of the ball. We're sort of changing to I don't want to say changing to a 4-3-3 because I don't think that's necessarily accurate. But Lanzini does like to play. He does tend to drop slightly deeper than a Benrahma or someone like that would. He does tend to get in and involved. He does tend to get in and involve the deeper areas of the pitch, getting involved in play. So I'd be interested to see how that affects it. Again, look, Villa are down to 10. There's sort of, you have to, when you're down to 10 men and you're down, you kind of have to go into a bit of survival mode. And you can see here, they're not trying to press us at all. They're not trying to step to us. And bringing on someone like Lanzini is good. Bringing on a bit of extra energy. He's in a good position here. Tries to play it across. There's no one in the area he plays it to. Johnson does well to sort of bounce the ball back into West Ham's possession. And Bowen wins a corner at the expense of Matt Target. So yeah, it's a corner to West Ham. It's a corner to West Ham. Yeah, I mean, look, again, you're in survival mode. You don't want to see someone like Lanzini come on who has that nice, classy, close control, able to pull out a bit of a gem, a bit of a whiz, a bit of a piece of magical moment. But you know, it's a good sub here, and it's good for us. Bowen plays it in from the left-hand side, from the right-hand side for the corner, headed away relatively easily. Lanzini attacked that there to try and volley it off. Basically, the header comes up, it goes really high up. Lanzini, who's underneath it, goes to strike the volley and is absolutely bounced by Ashley Young, who's, I was going to say was looking at the ball, but he does look at Lanzini on the way there and maybe a bit high foot. I don't know. All I know is it's a free kick to West Ham in a very, very good position. Potentially, I don't know if I'd say potentially harsh on Aston Villa there. There is a potential to say that. But at the same time, you could have argued 2 reds. So at the same time, it is what it is. Declan Rice is standing over it, so this isn't going to go in. It's probably not going to happen. Cresswell's also standing over it. We'll see how it goes. It's relatively central, just outside the D, about 20, 25 yards out. Rice hits it. Ooh, he tried to drive it into that bottom corner, but Martinez was equal to it. He tried to play it at Martinez's side. So instead of going up and over the ball and bending it towards the side, Martinez isn't. He tries to power it round Mikel Antonio into the bottom right-hand corner where Martinez was. He reacts well and palms it away well, to be fair. It was a good hit. It was what it was, but it was a good hit. And it's a corner to West Ham. Corner to West Ham out on the right-hand side. Bowen whips it in. Fornals tries to hit it from range on the bounce. It's another West Ham corner. The deflected shot from Pablo Fornals means it's yet another. The corner there from Jared Bowen was deep into the area. I think it was towards Thomas Souček. It was bounced away again. It's similarly to how the last one happened with Lanzini, but Fornals on the edge of the area runs up to strike it, deflects off a Villa defender who comes out to parry him, to press him, and it goes out for another West Ham corner. On the right-hand side again, Jared Bowen once more stands over it, swazzes it in. Terribly. It's a goal kick. Oh, no, it stays in. Bit of excitement there. Bit of excitement. It hit the corner flag on the other side and stayed in. West Ham. I was going to say West Ham win the ball back really well, but they don't quite manage it. It is a free kick to Aston Villa, just outside their own area as they try to fly out from that. We're getting a relook at the incidents there. I'm still surprised Courtney House didn't get into some sort of trouble there. Can we smash that like button? Listen, we are at 287 likes, people. 287. I said 300 would be the goal. 350 was the dream. We are at 287. We are very, very close to the goal. Big plays from everyone there. Big plays. We might just about get there. Played out wide now for West Ham United. Tried to play the ball around. Bowen, free, plays it across, can't quite do it. Second time, hits it straight into the hands of Emi Martinez. Mash the like button. Mash the like button one time, not twice. If you mash it twice, mash it a third time for good measure. That is true, yeah, because if you mash it once, then it counts. If you mash it twice, you unlike the video. If you mash it a third time, you re-like, if that makes sense. So make sure to mash it once or thrice, but not twice. That's how that works. As usual, ref, I still can't do it twice, even when it was worse than the first. Can't be professional. And Rufus now come on current 4th place now. Big plays. Let me refresh the page to see 306 likes. There you go, flipping out. Rapid work. Thank you very much, everyone. There we go. We hit the goal. 300 seeds. Big plays, everyone. Big plays. 11 dislikes. Yeah, that's fine, Arthur. I don't mind. Most people who dislike it come because they think they're going to see the match and then they just click straight off it again, which is fine. I understand that. It's fine. Leon Bailey, who's had a decent game for Aston Villa now, coming off for, I think it was El Ghazi. I didn't see it properly, but I believe it was El Ghazi. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. It was Anwar El Ghazi is coming on now for Leon Bailey. Good work. Good work from Leon Bailey today. You know, tough game. He's done well. You gotta respect it. You have to respect it. I'll flip it out. So Brian's asked me to look again. It was 307. Bro, I've flipping looked again. It's 317. Thank you very much, everyone. Like I said, the dream was 350. I didn't think 350 was possible. I thought 300 was a stretch. So there we go. 11 dislikes is the Baby Bell Appreciation Squad. That's fair. We don't have the Baby Bells today. So again, that is totally fair. I respect that immensely. El Ghazi lays it into Cash, who hits it from range. He can hit him, Cash. But both of his attempts so far today have been no. West Ham tried to get the ball out from the goal kick quickly, and we do. Rice just runs directly into 2 Aston Villa players for some reason. And Aston Villa get the chance to go again. Bonus Rise as well to get ahead to it. Souček hooks it away. Pablo Fornals does well not to give Aston Villa the throw in there. And Declan Rice calmly Declan wins a throw in. But Declan, my friend, please stop running into people. Would appreciate you not doing that. Declan Rice had all the time in the world there to do something with it. Decides to try and turn the player, and he ends up. Look, he wins a throw in, so we can't complain too much. But it's in a very awkward position for West Ham. It's basically next to the right corner flag for Aston Villa, if you want to put it that way, inside West Ham's own half, next to where Aaron Cresswell would be. And we're not very good at throw-ins, and Villa are in contention to win possession of this. It's bouncing up a lot right now. Lots of headers, big header volleyball. West Ham with a throw-in slightly further up the pitch, more closer to the halfway line now. Ogbonna just punting away, not seeing the defense doing this for a long time. He looks under pressure. Yes, yeah, I think they all do. I think they all do, Tim. It is what it is. Ibby, shout out. Shout out, Ibby. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're good. Bit of awkwardness from West Ham. They're playing the ball back to Fabianski, who are under pressure from Watkins, clears it. Johnson again, just booting up the pitch, trying to find Jared Bowen. Can't find him. Mick Antonio, nowhere to be seen. Where is he? Why is he there? I don't know what's going on with Mick Antonio today. I really don't. But West Ham still have possession of the ball. El Ghazi and Mings can't stop him right now. Target just goes through Jared Bowen. I tell you what. They are not happy, Aston Villa, today. They are gunning for it. They are stepping to him. Aston Villa want to just get in the face of West Ham players, just coming through them from behind, just dangerous. Rough housing from Villa. Rod Mate 11 account specifically just like, look, you can't, if that was the case, that's totally fair. I did accidentally time him out and then basically cry on stream because of it. I did basically do. Ref letting our players get fouled, not even thinking of blowing his whistle. It is what it is. I don't know. It is what it is. Mark Noble's warming up. Antonio's getting some instructions from David Moyes. I imagine along the lines of, can you please get in the middle of the park? That's what I would hope, because he hasn't done it so far today. We need to wake the F up and get a third goal. We've been pretty sloppy and eased the pace since they went down to 10. I agree, Paul. I agree. Awkward is what it is. I think a third goal. Look, I think we're going to win this game, but a third goal would finalize that result. And we haven't been at our best. But again, it's typical West Ham this season in that when we haven't been at our best, we've still won. But I do agree, we do need a bit more from us right now. We need a bit more from us. Like you would if you said which one of these two teams is down to 10, you wouldn't necessarily be able to pick out Villa, obviously, and we should be making that count a lot more. Great interception from Thomas Souček there. Declan Rice plays out to Pablo Fornals on the left-hand side. Cash just stops him from streaming forward. Aaron Cresswell. No, Antonio, what is Antonio doing, bro? Please, I beg of you, just get in the middle of the park. I'm not usually as frustrated with him, but he's just wandering about on the left-hand side of the pitch. Bruv, just stay in the goddamn middle. Just stay in there. It's not that difficult. What are you doing? Why are you here, there, and everywhere? Antonio seems to be everywhere, apart from the one place he needs to be every single time. He did the exact same thing against Tottenham. He was anonymous, and then he gets a goal, and then he starts to look lively. But again, today, he's just been bad. Where are you, bruv? Are you injured? It feels like he's injured. I'm trying to make excuses because I'm like, just stay in the goddamn middle. My G, please. I was just enjoying the way I said that. Sorry, I'll stop now. It was just quite fun. What's the goal difference between us and City? That's a great question. I don't actually know. Let's have a look, shall we? I'd quite like to see a league table from before today, you know? I think the BBC don't update it. It's significant. So we obviously had a game in hand. So if we win this, we go equal on points with Manchester City, but they have plus 14 and we have plus 6. So it's unlikely that we managed to do that. We managed to pass them. But go level on points. That's good. A huge scrap going in the middle of the area here. Jared Bowen is just pushed McGinn to the floor as Pablo Fornals is down, as is, I think, Macamba, I want to say, looking through the Villa thing. There's going to be cards here. There is 100% going to be cards. The referee is going to his pocket. That was a big old, there's a big old scrap here. I didn't really see what was happening. I was looking up the league table. Referee's discussing it with his fourth official now. He's going to the ear. He's having a good discussion. Declan Rice is shouting at him. Ashley Young's shouting at him. Again, I'm not sure what happened. There's a yellow card for Pablo Fornals. The ref hands out another yellow card for Jared Bowen for the push as well. Okay, so Nakampa and Fornals both sliding for the same ball. I don't know. I can't complain about the Pablo Fornals yellow too much. I think it's maybe a bit whatever, but I don't know. Both men struggling on the floor. I'm not going to complain too much about that. John McGinn then, all of the players seem to get involved. John McGinn then comes streaming across to Pablo Fornals, who's on the floor, and starts screaming at him, like proper, like looking like he's about to stamp on his head and finish him with a curb stomp. Jared Bowen then ran across to McGinn, and he was already in sort of semi beef with Lanzini, but Jared Bowen comes flying back and just pushes McGinn to the floor. And so we get Jared Bowen, John McGinn, and Pablo Fornals all getting yellow cards. I can't say that I felt like I can't feel like it maybe wasn't a yellow card on Fornals for the challenge. Maybe harsh. Like, I think he's going in for a relatively 50-50, but they're both men sliding quite roughly to it. But it is what it is whatever. Like, it's not too deep. If it's a yellow, it's a yellow. It is what it is. John McGinn and Jared Bowen there both deserved yellow cards. This is ridiculous, by the way. Villa are roughhousing to an insane extent. Jared Bowen is through again. 1-on-1, hits it. It's a good save. Goal. To Fornals, 3-1. I don't know if it's offside or not, but I'm taking it. 3-1. It's 3-1, and this game is over. If that's 3-1, it's over. I'm putting 3-1. I've typed it in. That means it's definitely happening. That's how that works, right? Villa have been rough this game. They have really roughhoused us in the worst. They've tried their hardest to stop it. Pablo Fornals gets the goal. It was a ball played away. Declan Rice just hooks it away randomly. Antonio, who steps up against Mac Target, he's taken him down with a zigzag like Dolph Ziggler. Jared Bowen streaming through. Courtney House does his. To be fair, Courtney House does really well to defend it. It would have been really easy. I think it was Courtney House. Might be Nakamba. It's Nakamba who tries to stop Bowen. Doesn't foul him in the area, which would have been a definitive penalty. Puts enough pressure on Bowen to make him hit it with his weak foot. It's a good save by Martinez, but Pablo Fornals on the follow-up dinks it over. Ashley Young slots it home. It's 3-1 to West Ham United. It's done. Game's done. Villa have pissed me off today. I can't lie. Again, you lot know I'm a very calm individual. They can get in the bin with some of their chat. Like, what Target just did to Antonio there is insane. He hit him with a zigzag. Man hit him with a zigzag. Antonio was standing up. He had his neck right. He pulled him back down to the floor. If he gets away with no cards there, again, what the hell is going on? But 10 minutes to go. It's West Ham United 3, Aston Villa 1. The game is dead. Goodbye, Aston Villa. Bin yourselves. I'm not usually this angry. It's just with the Courtney House thing, the flipping what Target just did there, like everything else. Like, I feel sorry for Villa to some extent, to be honest with you. Like, let's be real. They're in a run of bad form. They've come up against the team they come up against the team who, even when they've played badly, which they have done recently, they've still got the wins. It's not like we're in unbeatable form, but when we've played well, we've done it, right? They've gone down to 10, probably could have gone down to 9, because again, that Courtney House arm elbow is insane. And now they're still trying to roughhouse it. It's 3-1. Look, the better teams won. The better teams won. They've tried. But the better team has won. Bin yourselves. Mate, Dark House is flipping out. It's more like hardcore wrestling. It's like some GCW thing, bruv. This is ECW in its prime. This is Sandman versus Sabu levels. What are they doing, bro? What are they doing? What wrestling move was used on Antonio? It was a zigzag. If you look up Dolph Ziggler's finisher, the zigzag, it was that. It was that. Dolph Ziggler, right? I'll explain it to you. So his opponent would have their back to him like that, and he jumps up, puts his arm around the neck, and then pulls him down to the floor. The zigzag. Bam. That was a zigzag. Look at it again and watch the zigzag and tell me they weren't the same thing. Tell me. You can't, because they're the same. Also, I appreciate you probably don't know what a zigzag is because I'm being an idiot. But at the same time, fam. I'm a calm individual and I'm riled up right now. I'm riled up. I'm ready for a fight. I'm ready for a fight. I also saw in the middle of all that, where is it? Glenn. If you haven't subscribed to Everything Arsenal and also importantly Everything Football as well, where he does generic sort of general football content, get involved. Glenn Kitely, Everything Football, Everything Arsenal. Great lad. What a boy. I saw that in the middle of all of that, middle of me screaming about flipping. Antonio coming forward, lays it off. Lanzini, short, Bowen, done. See you later, mate. 4-1. It's 4-1 Manchester. It's Manchester. It's 4-1 West Ham United. It's Dunzo. Dunzo. This is what we wanted. The second they went down to 10 men, I was like, we've got to punish them. We've got to punish them. We've got to just put them in the bin, and that's what we've done here. Good play by West Ham. Antonio doing the only thing he's basically done all game. Wriggles forward, plays it through to Lanzini, who lays it short for Bowen, slots it home. Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. It looks a bit. Look, if that was a FIFA goal, you'd call it sweaty. Don't care. Antonio lays it into Lanzini, who falling over lays it in perfectly to the path of Bowen, who's directly across the goal from him, who slots it home. It ends. Well, it's not ended. We still got 5 minutes left. It's Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 4. It's easy. It's easy stuff. When it lands, yeah, a little bit, mate. Well, listen, there's still 5 minutes left. We might get one. See if it happens. Score another 6. See, yeah, let's keep it coming. Come on, goal difference is important now. How many baby bells do you have? I didn't have any baby bells. Are we seeing an example here that baby bells maybe aren't? Maybe it's not the baby bells giving us luck after all. Maybe we're just bloody massive. I don't know, but I haven't had any baby bells today, and yet still West Ham United 4, Aston Villa 1. I don't know. Let's empty their ground 6-1. Yeah, just keep it going. Okay, how many oranges do you have? None. No oranges either. None. Just problems. None of either. Just wild. Don't know what to do. So with 4 minutes plus stoppage time, it's currently Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 4. We are on 324 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate that. We beat the goal. We're almost close to the dream. The dream of 350, but 324, nothing to be sniffed at. West Ham are now. Aston Villa are fully camped inside their own half here, fully camped inside their own area, and West Ham are just waiting, trying to wriggle through for a fifth. They've got so many people back, Villa, just to stop it, which is fair. You just got to stop the leak at that point. Antonio wins a free kick in a very good area. To be fair, Suchek played a nice little ball there. You could have been through, but we'll see. Maybe you need to starve during the game. Maybe that's the answer, Chuck. Should we try it next game? I'll just flip in. I'll just starve myself. See if that works. Oh, yeah. I can hear it in my head now. Every time you make a pass, I can hear the oh, lo, 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 lo. Oh, lo, 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 lo. I can hear it in my head. Oh, lo, 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 lo. Oh, lo, 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 lo. You know? Do you want to say that while CP has been doing live streams, our form has been fantastic? Well, you know, I'm not going to put it out there, Jeffrey, but the evidence is there for all to see. Lanzini with a 3 kick. Just tries to bend it into that top corner. Couldn't quite find it. Couldn't quite find the top left bins. Just wide. Good try from Lanzini there, though. Good try. Misstep from Martinez going the other way. Close. Dean Smith looks like he's chewing on a wasp. Right, now I've calmed down a bit. I could talk about it a bit more. First of all, Charlie, what has been the best resting takedown of the match? That zigzag was wild. Although Courtney House did come in with the big Chris Hero elbow. If he put a spin in it at the same time, went for the discus, then I probably would have gone with that. But I'll stick with the zigzag. Now I've calmed down a bit. I'll say this. I like Dean Smith a lot. I really do. I think he's a good manager. Could be because of the Brentford connection, and I have a soft spot for Brentford, but I do think he is very good. I think he's building a good Aston Villa side who they're struggling here, and this is probably the biggest challenge of his career. Because obviously when it's going well, it's going well. It's relatively easy when your players are in great form and everything else. But when you're out of form, you're trying to change up formations, you're trying to change anything. It's a difficult situation for Dean Smith. And there's a lot of there's there's a lot of it's difficult, right? It is genuinely difficult. But at the same time, you look at it and you say, well, I don't know if changing to 4-back was ever going to work. It made them a bit more, it gave them more options going forward. And like I said, when they were playing quickly, it wasn't like they were playing brilliantly, but when they were fast, it was giving us issues. It was giving us issues. But I don't know whether it's a case of, look, I don't know whether it's a tactic. Bowen and Rice just bringing up the passing numbers there. I don't know whether it's a tactic or whether it's a case of the players lost their head a little bit recently or what, but they have been really rough today and it's not helped their cause. They've gone down to 10 and it's put us in a position where we can just pull them apart. And we have done, you know, it took us time, but we got there and they only have themselves to blame. They only have themselves to blame, unfortunately. We're big, we're massive. We carry on our lovely run. Good to see you. Good luck for the rest of the season and that. See you later. See you the second half of next season when we've won the League Cup and are through in the Europa League and are still in the top 4. Vlasic and Vladimir Soufal are about to come on for West Ham in the 90th minute here. Mings RKO incoming. Yes. Concert F5. That's a good question. Who's going to be what is and who's going to be the next move? That's a great question. If you know what we're talking about, then get involved. Jared Bowen comes off now for Nikola Vlasic. And Vladimir Soufal coming on for Pablo Fornals. Interesting. See how that works out, movement-wise, positional-wise. Who will be the next big move? Who's it going to be? Will it be the Mings hitting the RKO? Will it be Concert with an F5 on Mikel Antonio? We shall see. Sweet chin music, yes. Hit with a quick sweet chin music. Love that. Spear, yes. Spear is probably more accurate than any others, to be fair. That's plausible. Villa are desperate for a pen there. Nothing given. And Declan Rice is trying to dribble away from Watkins, lays it short to Cresswell. Quick passing gets it away. Pedigree kicks him, hooks the arms, drops him. Stone cold stunner from Adam. He got battered, bro. He got blapped. He got blapped a rock bottom on Fornals. That elbow was almost close to it, flipping on a Pedigree. The worm. If there is time, hit a full one. Hit him with the full ting, bruv. People's elbows. Love that. A tombstone pile driver. Yes. Celebrating with a nice cold pint and a shandy. Congrats. Enjoy yourself, Iron. Enjoy yourself, Iron Circle. I'll say this, a Simone Spike. We are just a couple of minutes away here, 4 minutes of added time with 2 minutes left of that to go. Now will be the time to ask for your man of the match. Let's figure out who the Hammers Chat Live man of the match is. Whoever gets the most amount of comments from my eyes, again, I have no way of measuring it apart from just sort of vibing it, will win the man of the match from the Hammers Chat man of the match, which is more prestigious than Sky Sports or any of these other numpties. This is obviously where it comes from. So let me know in the chat who you're feeling. Can feel a 5-star Frog Splash Brewing. Yes. Gets on the top, gets on the crossbar, hits him with it quickly. I used to love doing that as a kid. That was my one. RVD was my guy when I was a kid, bro. He was my guy. I'd get up on top of my little chest of drawers and I'd do it onto the bed. And my mum from downstairs, who was directly beneath my bedroom, would be like, "Stop, I can hear that." Oh, you love to see it. Man of the match, Bowen. Chair to the head. Just a quick casual chair to the head. Just a bit, you know what I mean? Fornals, Rice. What else are we saying? Fornals, Rice. Keep going. Where is the thing? It's moved there. Noble, Rice. What a time to be alive. Exactly. Happiness every game. Cresswell. GTS. Oh, Adam. You're speaking my language, Adam. You're speaking my language. Quick CM Punk. Who'd do that? I don't know. John McGinn, he's got tattoos, right? Man of the match, Rice. Rice, baby. Fornals. Decorating that room claret and blue. Girlfriend would kill me. So probably not. Also, can't be asked. You know what I mean? Just effort. But girlfriend would kill me. Johnson, Fornals, Rice, Swanton Bomb, Walls of Jericho, man of the match, PC is a true legend. I agree with that every time. Kufau, Rice all day long. Rice got Sky's man of the match. I'm willing to give it to Declan Rice at this point. There's been enough Rices to where I don't think someone's going to come back. My Rice, I feel like I've upgraded from a pencil to a pen in primary school. What a feeling. Yes. What a channel. If my team goes down to League 2, I know which team to support. Thank you, Glenn. You're always welcome here. You know you are. You know you are forever welcome here, my friend. Can we win the title? I'm just saying it's not unlikely. The Hammers Chat man of the match at full time there goes to Declan Rice. Congratulations, everyone. Wally World with the $10. Thank you very much, my friend. Rice man of the match. If that's not reason to give it to Rice, then what is? Thank you, Wally. I genuinely do appreciate it massively. You know I do. So there we go, everyone. It ends. Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 4. Can I get a meh? They got. They tried. They roughhoused. And they got close. 343 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. 350 was the dream. And you got unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. But there we go. I'll take that all day. I will take that all day. And do you know what else I'll take all day? Is a match review, a live match review with Geo and Gonzo, which will be going ahead in just a moment. I'm spamming the link in the chat right now for you. Make sure to go over there, have a little click, get involved. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Remember, like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe because we do match walks-alongs every single match day. We are here from an hour before kickoff with the build-up show, which then transitions into the watch-along half an hour before, all the way through to full-time, where we pass it across to the review, which is now happening. Click on that. Go and have a good time. Celebrate what is ultimately a good 3 points for West Ham United. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And refresh. I'm assuming, let me do this quickly. I'm assuming we're at, we hit the 350. Thank you very much, everyone. There we go. Thank you very much. Go forth, review, enjoy yourselves. And thank you very much for the 350. We hit the dream. That's mad. Enjoy yourselves, everyone. 4-1. We're massive. All that good stuff. See you then. Bye.